A familiar face awaits Menace this evening in their penultimate match of the regular season. Everything has come up roses for Menace against the new kids from St. Paul, but already eliminated St. Croix SC could still play spoiler in the club's third meeting this season. For Menace, it's going to be momentum building on the line as they look to bounce back from dropping points at home just a week ago. Good evening and welcome to live coverage of Des Moines Menace Soccer in USL League 2 on the Central Iowa Sports Network. Along my broadcast partner, Justin Forster, my name's Danny Catula, and together it's a pleasure to bring you live coverage of USL League 2 right here on YouTube. Justin, welcome in. Excited to have you back. And it's getting to be that point in the season where even though Menace have things clinched, even though they're all set up with playoff seeding, with hosting, with that playoff spot in the first place, they've won the division, it still feels like there's momentum to play for, and it still feels like this is the moment where you really start to give yourself that boost, that core to build off of.
Well, Danny, it's always great to be back working with you. Appreciate it. Yeah, there's spots to play for. Players are still playing for a place in the lineup. There's lots of rotations. Players have been in and out. They've been away on trials and coming back in the certain divisions. But it doesn't stop here. You've got to continue going, continue to compete. And with some of the players that have been switched around and some of the players that have come in on the bench, we're going to see a little bit of a difference. It's still a very, very good squad. Still the core base around it. But, yeah, I mean, no real surprises, but looking forward to it. And obviously the Menace are in the playoffs now.
As you mentioned, a couple of new players in the 11 and the 18, a couple players new to Menace this season. We've got players in new positions. Corey Cupid's a guy who stands out to me, who's back in the lineup. He was on trial at a pro club, and we've got him back here for the last few match days. How important will he be in central midfield?
Yeah, he's going to be very important because he can play out wide. He can play in central midfield. But I think he's going to help old Luca out. Luca's like, he's a destroyer. He will go in there and he'll win tackles and get involved. But then you've got Cupid that will work around him. But Cupid also, he works hard. And I think the two will complement each other today. It's great to have him back.
It is. And you mentioned Luka Nedic, who is also back. He was suspended on yellow card accumulation last time out. So a couple of players back in central midfield that it will certainly help to have. Looking at this matchup earlier on this season, both teams have played each other on two occasions, once at home, once away. Now it's the second home match for St. Croix this season. They've been outscored 9-2 against Menace on the year. When we return, a look at how Menace allowed 3 points to just slip away against Thunder Bay Chill. Stick around for more coverage ahead of kickoff right here on CISN.
The Chicken in Orilla is a classic roadhouse joint serving chicken any way you want. All hand-cut, hand-breaded, and 100% satisfying. Chicken, just like your mama used to make. Bring the whole fam for all their favorites, and chicken so good you'll know why we could only call ourselves the Chicken. In the middle of nowhere, but just minutes from everywhere. With over 260 beers on tap, El Bait Shop isn't just another craft beer bar. It's the best. Beer lovers know El Bait Shop, 200 Southwest 2nd, Des Moines.
At DeArmond Ford Indianola and DeArmond Automotive Knoxville, we want you to experience the DeArmond difference.
My dad and I are in the dealership every day to ensure your ownership experience is exceptional.
We're completing phase 2 of our major reconstruction project at our Indianola location, providing a state-of-the-art customer lounge and waiting area and soon-to-be all-new showroom, reinvesting back into our communities.
DeArmond Ford Indianola and DeArmond Automotive Knoxville. Experience the DeArmond difference today. DeArmondAuto.com.
Missing a quality, home-cooked meal? You know, the kind Mom used to make? Lucky for you, we found her recipe book. Welcome to the High Life. Welcome to the Champagne of Bars.
obsessively, relentlessly at your service. To me, it means being there 24/7, rain or shine, during storms, after storms.
Being a first responder to the community, to my customers.
Being there to get the customers back on and to see the smiles on their face.
To provide the kind of reliability that we can hold our heads high about.
And we want to keep our customers safe. Safety's first around here.
And that's rewarding.
Another Menace match is just minutes away here in West Des Moines as Justin Forster joins myself, Danny Catula, at Valley Stadium. USL League 2 action awaits as Des Moines Menace plays host to St. Croix SC Legends. Justin, last week it was dropped points for Menace. Not too many times we've had to say that this year. They've been very efficient, very controlled, but for the second time this season they give up multiple goals. Go ahead and give us a look at how that happened.
Well, I mean, they had the advantage at the end of the day. As you can see, the Menace lined up there against Thunder Bay. Menace managed to get themselves a penalty in the first 3 minutes of the game. As you can see, there was a handball, and Birmingham just steps up, and keeper Davino dives the opposite way. But as you can see, Thunder Bay just against the run of play just caught the Menace with Kawasaki with a wonderful free delivery to the far post. And Vincenzi on the far post just nods it past the keeper. It was a well-lofted ball in, and what a great finish that was. The Menace took the lead early in the second half again. As you can see, Neville Morgan just slices his way through the back line. Nobody wanted to take a chance to foul him in the box, and he just slots it past the goalkeeper with ease. And what a great goal, great technique, as you can see. Just puts it past the keeper into the far post. Absolutely sublime. He was on fire after that as well. And then a long ball played forward towards the end of the match, caught the Menace just napping, and Pekacek just latched onto that ball from an assist and put it past the Des Moines Menace goalkeeper. As you can see, great technique with the outside of the foot. It was a difficult angle. And then it ended up 2-2.
Yeah, there were opportunities there in stoppage time, weren't there, to grab that third goal and the 3 points, but they couldn't quite make it happen. Let's take a look at the last match out for St. Croix SC. They're brand new this season, and they've been leaking goals, giving up 3 or more on 5 occasions this year, and they've lost 4 of their last 5, including their most recent one, also against Thunder Bay, Justin.
Against Thunder Bay on the road, and as you can see, Thunder Bay are wearing the dark colors. Great ball played, a little combination there on the far side. Played out wide. It was a lovely delivery into the box. Players not picked up and just slots it past the goalkeeper's right-hand side. The morale's down with St. Croix at this point, and you can tell by the players. But here, St. Croix crawl their way back into the game. A lovely piece of action here. And what a finish there by VAR with the assist from Olsen. Just left-footed ball, perfectly played across. Great technique, and VAR just has to put it in the back of the net. Thunder Bay then come back in. What a lovely finish on the far side on the 90th minute to win the match 2-1 on the road.
Yeah, we thought we had drama in the 2-2 draw after our match, but a 90th minute stoppage time goal is certainly plenty of drama over there for St. Croix as well. So that's what it looks like the last couple of matches for both of these teams. As we gear up for the League 2 playoff starting on July 22nd, let's keep in mind what that playoff will look like. 8 teams from each of the 4 conferences in USL League 2 will be seeded primarily on points per match and a couple of other different factors as well. For now, Menace are in pole position with 2.6 points a match, and that's enough, Justin, for them to confirm that they'll be able to host on Friday, July 22nd. So we've got more home matches to bring you here on CISN and more to look forward to, more expectations on the players as well. Time for a quick break from all the action, but it's ahead of us as we close in on the opening whistle from Valley Stadium. See you guys in a moment right here on CISN.
The largest selection of German beer in the world? You'll find it at the Hessen House. From Doppelbocks to Oktoberfest to Hefeweizens and Dunkels, there's no passport needed for the deliciously different beer and food at the Hessen House. So grab your friends and make it a fun night out. The Hessen House, 4th and Court, Des Moines.
Hi, it's Amanda with Holtz Plumbing and Heating. With inventory tight, Holt not only anticipated the need, but took the risk of stocking up on our most popular products. While our competitors scramble to find furnaces, air conditioners, and water heaters, we have plenty of stock, ready to be installed. Even though we have extra product, now we see demand at an all-time high. To sweeten the deal, we are also offering 0% financing on your new purchase. Just one more reason why more and more Central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
There's a new spin on casual dining near Drake University. Lucky Horse Beer and Burgers. Craveable faves, flatbreads, delicious burgers, frozen cocktails, and a crazy cool vibe. Get to Lucky Horse Beer and Burgers today.
There's more Iowa in the Iowa Tap Room than you may realize. Housed in a building nearly as old as Iowa itself, the Iowa Tap Room greets you with a harvest of 120 Iowa craft beers on tap from all corners of the state. And the food doesn't get much more Iowa than this. The Iowa Tap Room, all Iowa beer, one amazing place.
Hi, I'm Joe the Car Guy with Westside Auto. I'm excited to tell you about our new lifetime oil change plan. When you purchase our plan, you'll never have to pay for an oil change again. If you get a different car, simply transfer the plan over. If that car's oil needs are different than your original plan, just pay the difference. It couldn't be simpler. You won't have to worry about inflation or prices going up. Give us a call at Westside Auto Pros to get details on the lifetime oil change plan. And remember, when I say lifetime, I mean your lifetime, not just your car's.
Back with you with live coverage of the USL League 2, your Des Moines Menace on CISN. Tonight's competitors face two very different realities with 2 weeks left before the curtain closes on the 2022 USL 2 regular season. For St. Croix, it's simply a matter of playing for pride and building some positive momentum to bring into future seasons. They've been competitive in their opening year, but they'll be looking to make plenty of tweaks going into next year in hopes of staying in the title fight longer in 2023. For Menace, the division title is done and dusted, but not everything has been decided in terms of building momentum. The Central Conference playoffs will be loaded with talent, and Menace would surely benefit from a couple more wins to polish off their points total and set themselves up to host and win as many playoff matches as possible. Once again, keep in mind 8 teams from the Central Conference will be chosen, 2 teams from each of the 4 divisions. Here in the Deep North, Des Moines Menace have already clinched the top spot. Of course, you just need to be in the top 2 to qualify. If you're interested, Peoria City and Thunder Bay are fighting for second. They're the only 2 who could still pick up that second spot. Of course, Peoria City being the final match of the regular season for Des Moines. That'll be a tough place to pick up points, but right now they have 3 points in hand over Thunder Bay. Other conferences, some teams to keep an eye on. You've got Flint City Bucks over in the Heartland, Great Lakes Division, I should say. In the Heartland is Chicago FC United, who's already clinched a divisional title and a spot in the playoffs to boot. Those are 2 teams who have historically been very good, and you imagine they will continue to be so. The starting lineups being announced on the field. We'll be able to give you to them in just a moment as well. But first, one more break for the national anthem, and kickoff will be next on CISN.
Royal Mile, where everyone's a wee bit British. The Royal Mile is downtown Des Moines' living room with classic pub favourites. Pair them with a glass of whiskey or an expertly poured Guinness. It's bloody brilliant. The Royal Mile, a proper British pub.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and it's going to be an interesting patio furniture season this year. We have ordered a ton of merchandise, but due to supply chain issues, it's coming in a truckload at a time all summer long. If you want the best patio furniture, check early and check often. If you want to custom order your furniture, get in here as soon as you can to give your furniture the best chance to arrive this summer. Fireplace Superstore, Iowa's best patio furniture selection, just east of I-35 on Douglas Avenue.
Not too many places hit all the right notes. But when it comes to great atmosphere and delicious scratch-made food, Truman's is the name to know. Game days are for Chiefs fans, but every day is for the food fans. Truman's, get to know us by name.
Need orthopedic care today? DMOS Orthopedic Urgent Injury Clinics in Ankeny and West Des Moines are open 6 days a week. No appointment necessary. Our 2 convenient walk-in clinics offer you full access to dedicated orthopedic specialists. Wait times and costs are generally less than an ER visit. Check hours of operation and wait times instantly at DMOS.com. DMOS Urgent Injury Clinics in Ankeny and West Des Moines, helping you get back to living.
Back with you as the excitement is building, and we're just about ready for match day. Kickoff between Des Moines Menace and St. Croix SC Legends, the latter of which are traveling 3 hours from St. Paul, Minnesota, or at least thereabouts in Stillwater. Let's go ahead and give you the 11 for them. In goal, you'll see the Stanford Cardinal student, Jack Morris, member of the Choctaw Nation. He's played in 4 matches for St. Croix this season. He'll wear the number 99 today. On the back line, it'll be Victor Golmand, Ethan Anderson, Nico Schiebel, and Otis Anderson in that order, moving left to right on the back line. In midfield, Sam Just will be the defensive midfielder. He will hold things together between the defensive and midfield lines. Nick Zakowski and Colton Prater, the center midfielders alongside him, both of them playing at least 8 matches. Sufjan Magus will be the attacking midfielder. He's played in 4 matches this year. No goals, no assists, but he can certainly pull the strings. A Western Illinois graduate as well. Dylan Olson and Darley Flourville will be the 2 to keep an eye on up top. Darley Flourville, only 3 matches so far, joined mid-season with St. Croix, but he plays with the Northwestern Wildcats. Port-au-Prince Haiti native has 1 goal in his 3 matches for St. Croix. Justin, how about the 11 for your Menace?
Yeah, the Des Moines Menace will be shaping up in their 1-3-4-1-2. Changing goals. Batruni is starting in goals tonight. From left to right, as you're looking at your screen, right to left, you got Connor Langen on the right, Ziron Sewell, center back, and Malik Smith. So no real changes to that back line, to be honest with you. A change in central midfield. Corey Cupid is back from his trials in the USL Championship. Luka Nedic is also back in the starting lineup, just coming back from injury. So there you've got your enforcer in the midfield that'll take care of play and break up play. And then on the left-hand side, Neville Morgan, as you know, scored a fantastic goal last week. The Calypso King from Jamaica. And then on the right-hand side, starting again, Gianluca Fiorini. And then up front, you've got Brandon Birmingham. Elliot Goldthorpe, back from injury, played a few minutes last week. He's back in the starting lineup. And in behind them is Riley Kraft.
What a man to have in attacking midfield. And what an 11 that is. Menace will be looking to use it to bruise St. Croix tonight and get their 3rd win in 3 tries against the USL League 2 newbies from up north. Up front, it'll be Darley Flourville wearing the number 9 to kick things off for St. Croix. They'll be moving from right to left in front of you in their all-white OA strip. Menace in their now familiar red and black stripes. Underway at Valley Stadium in West Des Moines. Thanks again for joining us, Justin Forster and myself, Danny Catula, with live commentary with your Des Moines Menace. Early on possession for Menace. Out on the left side, this is Neville Morgan, who we mentioned, and he just can't bring it up enough times. A fantastic goal, but outside of that, he looked really good. Had to be subbed off due to injury towards the end of the second half. But now on the other side, as we say that, moving down the right, this will be Brandon Birmingham. Can he cross it in from here along the goal line and just a bit too far in the end? It'll be out for an early goal kick.
Yeah, it's not a bad start by the Menace, as you could see earlier on. Sewell just broke up play, played it into Cupid just to build the attack from the back, getting a wide ball in here for Birmingham. Decent start, already had 1 attack. It just builds a bit of confidence, just the simple details in the game.
This ball switched to the right side, and Neville Morgan is able to clear that one up the field and nearly found awaiting Brandon Birmingham. He's got it again, though, left flank. Can he get across in from here? He'll fake one. Still has it. Nice control along the goal line. Keeps it in this time. And St. Croix able to do just enough to clear it away. Out for a Menace throw-in.
Not bad there from Morgan again. Neville Morgan just taking on his defender down the line, but it was cleared away. Didn't beat the first defender.
Something we saw a lot in the previous 2 matches with Morgan, as he'll see the ball again on this left flank. Nice ball to midfield, and Menace will play in some tight spaces and now whip it out wide where there's a bit more space. This is Gianluca Fiorini, passes to Elliot Goldthorpe. Goldthorpe playing a new position tonight. It's the first time that we've seen him up top as a striker. Malik Smith now across midfield. Morgan. And this is Sewell. Malik Smith again along the touchline. Good challenge there from St. Croix. That was Dylan Olsen, making things a bit difficult on the Liberty Flame in the back line for Menace, but it will be a Des Moines throw-in all the same. Midfield, Corey Cupid. That's a good idea, but as he's falling, really important intervention from the right back, Otis Anderson. Fiorini right side. Good idea, it's deflected, but the pass still reaches Goldthorpe. And how about this ball? Overlapping Riley Kraft. He'll go for goal first time. And it's an excellent save in the end by Jack Morris. His positioning made that look much easier of a save than it was.
Yeah, some great build-up play there. Great ball in there by Elliot Goldthorpe. Although Riley Kraft made a fantastic run into the box, he did have an option to his left with Brandon Birmingham, who was crying for the ball at that particular moment.
Yeah, any number 9 that you've got, you ideally would want to be crying for that ball. That's exactly the moment that they wait for. But Kraft, of course, capable of scoring from that range, too. Now we'll see an opportunity for a ball in. And this could be something off the foot of Riley Kraft. He's the corner taker, and this time he'll take this set piece. Crossed in, near post, headed. And not accurate enough on that occasion. Good build-up play, good work to get it to that spot on the box, but just not quite the finishing power needed from Corey Cupid.
Yeah, just the ball just popped up in front of him and he got his head to it. Not enough power in it. The ball was driven in low, but again, it's a decent attack, momentum-wise from the Des Moines Menace. Obviously looking to get the early goal, go ahead early in this game, just set the standard and the mark.
Fiorini, who has had a lot of space early on, he does challenge with a little bit more pressure that time, and they'll whip it around. Malik Smith. Morgan. Right there at midfield. He had Fiorini calling for it for a switch of play, but that's a tough one to get right. He'll play it up instead. And now they will switch it. Fiorini. Acres of space. You see why he was calling for it. Goldthorpe with it. He'll want to play back like that as much as possible. Normally a central midfielder, perfectly capable and comfortable playing in those spaces. Meanwhile, St. Croix can come the other way, and this is where they're dangerous on these quick counterattacks. Dylan Olsen using his speed. He'll latch on to the end of this one, and that will stop right there. Connor Langen made sure of that. Quick throw in, and this will be Sam Just moving forward. Takes the brunt of a challenge, I think, on his right knee. And in the end, no free kick, but there will be a throw in for the visitors. And you'll just see Just still sitting there. He's not pleased with the lack of a decision from the center referee, who, by the way, is Aaron Valley. Robert Sori and Joseph Spies are his assistant referees, and Asad Amanovic is a name that Menace fans have come to know. He's the 4th official for the 3rd time in a Menace home game this year. And that will be whistled. It'll be a free kick for Menace, as Dylan Olsen got a little bit too physical that time. The outside midfielder turned striker today from Excelsior, Minnesota. 2 matches, 1 goal on the campaign. And he had that run earlier on where you just see how dangerous he is.
Yeah, definitely. As you can see, this free kick coming up here with Joey Bertruni. How St. Croix have set up at the back. They've got their back 4 nice and tight. Sam Just is playing in front of them, trying to stop the penetrating ball into the forwards' feet, Goldthorpe and Birmingham. However, I've noticed Goldthorpe is coming into the space to pick the ball up, which is now creating space for Birmingham to move into. But Riley Kraft, if you watch him carefully, he's making a run off the shoulder of the center back, blind side, and and he's there, it's on. If he's spotted out, the ball could be played in behind.
How about a run through midfield? And is he offside? He is. It looked like he was. Goldthorpe with some brilliant running, but that pass at the end just a half second late for Brandon Birmingham on the left.
Yeah, I think Brandon Birmingham could have just maybe peeled off a little more. He took a forward run. He was slightly offside, yes, definitely. Goldthorpe did really well to get the ball out to him, but could he have played it earlier? Don't think so.
Yeah, just a bit unlucky that time with the timing. Sometimes you just got to wait for that moment of space in the passing lane to play a ball forward. And St. Croix will possess with Victor Goulmont. Back line, Ethan Anderson, and he'll give it to the goalkeeper, Jack Morris. Morris forced to play it out. And that hit the table directly. That's the danger and the excitement all at once of being at a VIP table at a Menace match. They sure do get a star treatment, and we love having them out here at matches. Meanwhile, it's Zeron Sewell. Malik Smith takes a ball in the air, and he'll keep it in that way. Neville Morgan will let that one go, as it'll be a throw-in for Menace. Corey Cupid receives it. His first touch not sufficient, but St. Croix don't have any more time on the ball than Menace do. And Des Moines have it back. Fiorini down the right side, a probing ball for Goldthorpe. Can he turn his marker here? Not quite, as the help came in from Ethan Anderson.
That was very good cover play there by Ethan Anderson, because Goldthorpe has a bit of skill. As he tried to turn the defender, Ethan Anderson came in and managed to just knock it out.
Here's Fiorini. He'll play it back. Lukanetic. And that one's given away in midfield by Cupid. Coming the other way, this is Darley Florville. Midfield, Sam Just. We'll play that forward, and plenty of space for a couple of players. And this one's sent down the right side for Florville again. He'll latch onto it on the right side of the box, and can he beat Malik Smith in this scenario? He's got some players to drop it back to. He'll do so now. Nick Zukowski, he'll play it in, and some space here for Zukowski to potentially cross. Anderson. Victor Goulmont. He'll whip this one in. A nice cross, couple of heads there in white, but no one able to get there. Malik Smith is there first for Menace. Lukanetic will play it long, and he knew exactly what he wanted to do. Can Elliot Goldthorpe outrun his defender? No, he cannot. It's Nico Schiebel in the end who gets there first. Menace trying for a bit of pressing play to win the ball back, but it doesn't quite work out. Riley Kraft slid in, got a touch, but couldn't win possession back.
Some great technique there by Lukanetic on that ball played in for Elliot Goldthorpe. Beautiful technique, driven in, but this is the situation they can find. The Menaces 1v1 going forward, high up in the line, looking for Birmingham and Elliot Goldthorpe.
Throw in near midfield for St. Croix. They've liked to work down this right side early on, Justin. It seems like that's where they feel like they could have a bit more space, a bit more opportunity to get forward.
Yeah, but I think the Menace have done well defensively. That's really good pressure there on Riley Kraft. Kraft did well to ride that tackle, looking for a quick free kick. But yes, I agree with you, and I think Neville Morgan is actually doing a good job dropping into a right back position, being the wing back. He has the pace to get up and down. So, yeah, I mean, we'll see. I mean, it's been a good start. I'm impressed with the holding midfielder, Sam Just, for St. Croix. I was impressed with him in the last game they played at home, Danny.
Yeah, he's done a good job. One of those guys who doesn't get a whole lot of credit, not a lot of glamour in that position, that 5 spot, as it's typically known. But it's such an important role in a good soccer team. As Malik Smith will work hard to keep it in, but in the end, his efforts are in vain. A throw-in now for St. Croix in attacking territory. And this is the type of place where if you get a good throw-in, if you're St. Croix, you can make a couple passes and now you're in front of goal. This is a danger moment for Menace.
Yes, it is, and I think they just need to contain them. Malik Smith did really well on the outside as they looked to cross. Nobody really in the box, and Sewell did really well there, just to side foot the ball out. Great technique with his right foot as Birmingham looks to break.
And he keeps it in play brilliantly. He's got a runner with him. Goldthorpe's there. Can he cross it to him or will he go alone? Beats the defender on the scissor, but he comes back just in time. How about that defensively? I believe it was Nico Schiebel that time.
Schiebel did very well there, actually. I mean, we know what Birmingham's like on the far left-hand side, especially when he's in the half space in the penalty box, and he opens his hips up. They just did a little scissors, but I tell you what, Schiebel did really well to get his body between Birmingham and the ball, and it was an easy save for Jack Morris.
Yeah, and I mean, we've seen Birmingham score from that exact position with that exact move. That time St. Croix's back line were up to the task. Free kick, meanwhile, going the way of St. Croix. By the way, that refereeing decision brought to you by Vision Park Family Eye Care, proudly serving Central Iowa with quality eye care services and a friendly staff. St. Croix get things underway quickly as Ethan Anderson plays it in to Nico Schiebel. Morris. Played out wide, Otis Anderson. Midfield, Sam Just. And he'll go long. This is what they're trying to do. Floorville's got the speed to get there, but not on this occasion. Joey Petruni, one of the few replacements in the Menace team this week. After Grant Makela picked up a knock in training, he's able to recover that one nicely. What a benefit it is for Menace to have a guy like Petruni to bring in off the bench. I think one of those goalkeepers who could probably start anywhere in League Two just happens to have an absolute massive goalkeeper, Grant Makela, in front of him on most match days.
Yeah, and I think the last time I saw Petruni was here at home against St. Croix, but he's actually doing really well. He's playing a high line, he's picking up the ball, and his support play is really, really good on the back pass.
Right side, some space, and can they cross it in here? Yes, a player gets there, Birmingham skies it over the bar. Excellent work to get there. Didn't have the technique to finish once he was.
Gianluca Fiorini did really well just to get him behind Victor Golmar on the near side here, as you saw. Beautiful ball. It was a difficult one because it just popped up there for Birmingham. Didn't manage to keep it down, but it was better quality, and I think it's much better from the Menace this time round compared to the last time round when they played them here at home.
And what's a good cross in from Gianluca Fiorini. And Brandon Birmingham, he's the guy you want to take that. He's the guy you want in the box in those types of opportunities, just not able to pick it up that time. He's got 4 goals on the season, one of them a penalty kick from last time out against Thunder Bay. Midfield, Corey Cupid picks up possession and will quickly play it out to Neville Morgan. Morgan looking to advance the ball. He will do. Brandon Birmingham. He's got help in the form of Goldthorpe, and he will find him in central midfield. Not a great first touch. It was Kraft, by the way. He'll move it outside. Fiorini. Fiorini trying to beat his marker, Golema, and that's some excellent stand-up defending to keep Fiorini from getting by him. It's 14 minutes gone, and Golema, who's on the ball right now, did a fantastic job keeping Menace from another potential cross. Still 0-0 between these two sides. St. Croix advancing, and the referee will show mercy on that occasion. Another refereeing decision brought to you by Vision Park Family Eye Care.
Well, Ethan Anderson, that had to be a quality ball from where he played it to the other side to Otis Anderson, who was taken out with the sun in his eyes, and with Neville Morgan lurking and just giving away a free kick. So it's St. Croix's ball, but that was a very, very risky pass, but there was great technique in it.
Yeah, worked out in the end. All's well that ends well, as they say. And of course, it was awfully dangerous. Otis Anderson feeling the brunt of that challenge. You saw him kind of testing out that right foot. Well, we will see a free kick as a result for the Legends. This one played about 30 yards from goal, and that's where Zeron Sewell says no further. Referee motioning for St. Croix to get up and keep playing. That's Darley Floorville on the ground, and now we'll stop play, not for a foul, but just to check on Floorville as he's clutching his head. That's one where, as a referee, you've always got to make sure you stop that play and make sure just at the very worst case scenario is that concussion symptom that you want to make sure you treat immediately. It looks like Floorville will be all right, but it's good play from the referee to stop that.
Yeah, they have to do it immediately. It's part of the concussion protocol. You know, so he's got to go off now, have Rachel, the trainer, check him out, make sure everything's okay, but also notice Otis Anderson, out of your pictures, limping heavily after that last challenge, and they've got substitutes warming up. It's probably not the time that they really want to make any changes due to injury.
Yeah, you saw a picture of Ashley, one of our physical trainers. Fantastic group. A couple of excellent PTs that we've got And now a couple of excellent players in the box who could finish this chance, and nearly an own goal, but somehow that sliding ball in from Nico Schiebel managed to go above the goal. We will have a Confluence corner kick. Confluence is one of the most comprehensive landscape architecture firms in the country, and Riley Kraft has one of the most comprehensive right foots to put a ball in the country as well.
I must apologize on the trainer's name. I had Rachel, a camera lady, in it, but yeah, obviously Ashley does a fantastic job here at the Des Moines Menace.
So much fun too. Great organization when just top to bottom, everybody in the organization. So fun to talk to, so great to be around. And we might see a short corner. We will. Inside of the box, it's back to Kraft, who originally took it. He'll play a ball in, far post. Can anyone get there? It's just a little long for Cupid. He'll play this one back. It's Morgan. Puts another ball in. Birmingham was in the area. This one falls to the top of the box. Kraft has a go. That one's deflected. And it'll result in another Menace throw. Dangerous opportunity, but you have to see a couple of those center backs go back at this point.
Well, the Menace is starting to pile on the pressure now as they have another throw. And just going back to that last piece of work there, Schiebel, if he didn't get his foot to that over the bar, it was definitely going to be a goal because Birmingham was coming in on the far post.
He was ready to amend for the previous finish that he almost put in the back of the net, just put it over the crossbar. Schiebel doing the same in the end. And now Menace trying to box St. Croix in. Dylan Olsen couldn't get that header, and so Menace will win it back. Not for long, as St. Croix will possess near midfield with Flourville. Trying some hold-up play, but Birmingham will come back and win the ball of his own accord. Oh, what a move that was. He'll receive a foul, and there could be more on this occasion. Referee just wanting to have a conversation and a little bit more. The first yellow card of the match, and it seems awfully deserved. Aaron Valley giving that one to St. Croix.
But look at the skill here from, well, firstly, Birmingham wins the ball. Delightful. Goes between two defenders. Late tackle here, definitely by Nico Schiebel, who now earns himself a yellow card.
Yeah, it feels deserved for sure, and that's a guy who seems to be one of the more aggressive players, one of the bigger players, 6'2", on that back line. He's not the guy that you want to have to walk on eggshells if you're St. Croix. We will see a free kick about 35 yards from goal, or thereabouts, from Riley Kraft. He's scored from here before, but I doubt that's what he'll go for this time. And he'll play it short, and that's a nice little dink for Neville Morgan. Low along the box, and nothing doing there. Morgan trying to win it back. He can't quite. And it is cleared away to the last line of defense. Connor Langen, the Missouri State Bears graduate. And he'll send it right back into attacking play. Nice job to keep it in that time. And that's Corey Cupid. And Fiorini could not equal his effort. In midfield, this is Colton Prater. Back line, Otis Anderson. Flourville will lay it off. Excellent challenge that time. Oh, but it'll be a foul. Menace not pleased. You saw the coaching staff get up. A couple of the players on the bench, they didn't like it. And it'll be a yellow card as well for Malik Smith. So I think St. Croix fans will probably say similar challenges. You slide in, you get the player, similar results, yellow cards. I don't know if this one against Malik Smith is quite deserved. Maybe it is.
Trailing leg, yeah, definitely there. Trailing leg came in. For the initial first foot coming in, didn't win the ball. The trailing leg, definitely a foul.
Yeah, I take back everything I said. On that second look, that is certainly a yellow card. Ball comes in for St. Croix, and I believe that touches Menace last. Yes, it does. Intervention from Zeron Sewell's head will result in a Confluence corner kick. Confluence is one of the most comprehensive landscape architecture firms in the country. And it'll be that man, Victor Goulmont, in front of you. He was our player to watch in the Open. 5'11", a utility player. He's played all positions all season long. He's a prolific free kick scorer, and now here comes his corner. Back post. Players in the area, a header off the ground, and Joey Petruni is giving it to his back line. He was not pleased with the way they defended that corner. They're not punished for it, but that wasn't the best defending.
Well, when you say take the set pieces, I can tell why, because that was absolutely a brilliant ball, swinging into the far post, and Otis Anderson just didn't quite guide it the right way. Thankfully for the Menace, Petrini wasn't really impressed with the marking. However, goal kick and Menace are on the way.
Right side on a pass from Kraft. Gianluca Fiorini tried to play it through. Unselfish idea for Elliot Goldthorpe running towards goal, but it's blocked. Ensuing throw in falls to Luka Nedic. Kraft, tried something nifty there, but it didn't work out for him. Flourville He'll try his own nifty stuff, and he'll play it forward. Dylan Olson is offside, according to Justin Forster alongside me, and according to the assistant referee on the far side. 22nd minute, still no score.
Yeah, it was a good ball played in there by Floraville. However, Dylan Olson didn't time his run right. The speed of actions on the ball was too slow, really. He should have just timed it a little bit slower and then gone.
Luka Nedic in midfield. He's got a run from Morgan. He finds him. First time cross from Morgan. Back post, no one's quite there, but Fiorini will be able to latch onto it. Will he try one from the right side? Nedic puts a first time ball in. That one is vomited back out. Here's Corey Cupid. Outside Morgan. Morgan looking to go at a defender. He will. And can he cross from here along the goal line? He can. Takes a deflection. What a first-time effort that was, and so unfortunate it's not rewarded with a goal. That is an L. Bait Shop save and a fantastic one from Jack Morris.
Well, what a save that was. Firstly, the ball from Neville Morgan, fantastic with the left foot, but what a save there by Jack Morris, and I believe it was off Elliot Goldthorpe. Elliot Goldthorpe had his hands in his head. He couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe that ball didn't go in.
So unlucky that time. Put it at the near post right there in the corner. It's exactly what you want to do. Here comes Riley Kraft. And what a glut of players there is in the center of the box. Kraft puts it right in front of all of them, and no one able to steer it home again. Morris with some fantastic stuff. Another El Bait Shop save. El Bait Shop, by the way, largest craft beer selection west of the Mississippi. Check them out in downtown Des Moines. Throw in for Fiorini. Finds Goldthorpe, and it's back to Fiorini. Nedic, on a pass. He will play it to Corey Cupid. Cupid trying to play it out to Brandon Birmingham. That didn't quite pan out. Zeron Sewell. Inch perfect pass from Morgan on the bounce. Morgan will take a defender on. That's what he was trying to do, but so did the defender, and he was equal to it. I'll play it back and try again. Sewell. He'll run through a couple of defenders, a bit risky, and that's the risk. Referee says get up, there's no foul, and now down the right side, St. Croix with numbers 4-on-4 if they play it right. Top of the box, a shot from distance, and that will never trouble Joey Petruni. But you go back to that decision to try and play through a couple of players as a center back. Zeron Sewell, a bit fortunate, doesn't give up a goal that time.
Sure, can count his lucky stars, because really that wasn't the time to go on the dribble. Loss of possession, as you could see, St. Croix counter-attack, and that's what they're going to do. They're going to wait for those opportunities.
Menace will create one of their own. It's played down the right, and Elliot Goldthorpe was the target from midfield, but he is not the recipient on that occasion. It'll be a goal kick for St. Croix.
Jack Morris has made two fantastic saves for St. Croix. His confidence has got to be booming right now because two critical saves. That one off the corner from Kraft, in swinging near post, he punched out. I mean, that's hard to read.
Yeah, just so many bodies inside that 6-yard box. Menace were very clearly just trying to put it in that area and see if they couldn't deflect something home. They have struggled from direct corners on the season. That's why they took one short earlier on, and you saw that off the training ground. But now let's see if they can get one in open play. Brandon Birmingham, left corner of the box. Can he play it back? He'll cut it back. Still has it at his feet. He'll go for goal himself! And that is a piece of brilliance for the Drogheda, Ireland native. 1-0 Menace. Incredible stuff.
Brilliant piece of skill there by Birmingham. As you could see in the replay here, brings it onto his right foot, just outside the penalty box, whips it in. Goalkeeper Jack Morris just watched it sail into the far post. What a fantastic goal, great technique. If you're a youngster watching this right now, learn from that.
Yeah, just do that and you'll be fine. Brandon Birmingham with an incredible strike. We'll see it one more time. Replay brought to you by Royal Mile. Royal Mile, the best place in Des Moines to watch a soccer match, and we're watching a fantastic soccer match of our own. Brandon Birmingham, take a bow. Incredible stuff. He puts one in the top right corner across his body with so much power. Jack Morris rooted to the spot. Nothing he could do about it.
Yeah, he watched it sail just over his head into the top corner. Probably thought it was going out. However, it was whipped in with pace. It was a fantastic goal here. Now, that's just what the Menace needed to start this game off here. St. Croix looked to break, but they've given the ball away.
Pressure from Menace gives them the ball back. Can they hold on to it here? No, it's a good sliding challenge, and I think he got hit on the hand in the end. The midfielder there, Sam Juster. It might have been Nico Schiebel in central defense. Either way, yeah, no, it is Schiebel as he gets up. He took a little bit of pain right there. I think he got stomped on the foot, but able to get it out wide. Of course, St. Croix will give it up on the other side, so a far side throw in for Menace. Kraft, who was trying to lay it off, and that didn't work out. Midfield, here's Just. Ethan Anderson. Victor Guillemot. That's Just in midfield, and he'll play it forward to Nick Zukowski. Zukowski's got players who could run forward, and it didn't quite work out. On the back line, Schiebel again. Ethan Anderson, St. Cloud, Minnesota native on the ball, went to Apollo High School there. He will play it long, and it's a center back to center back transaction. Zeron Sewell picks it up and will play it back to Joey Betruni. Betruni will send it long, and holding up the play, Elliot Goldthorpe. Nice bouncing header. Fiorini tried to play it back to him, but a little bit inside. And coming the other way, this is another break for St. Croix. Nice defending by Connor Langen to get a touch on that one. Good interception to deny Darley Floorville. Long ball, and offside is the ball. As Goldthorpe thought he'd try and chip the keeper anyway. Couldn't quite do it, but of course offside is the decision anyway. 28 minutes gone. Des Moines Menace with that recent goal from Brandon Birmingham, and I am still smiling at how beautiful of a shot that was. He's got 5 goals now in 6 matches. An incredible scoring record for him, the Drogheda, Ireland native.
Yeah, it was fantastic technique, but just as you saw there, and I picked this up earlier on, Victor Guillemot comes onto his right foot every single time. He's playing in at left back, as you can see, Olsen down the right-hand side.
In the middle, and it was a dangerous chance with how many players were there in white for St. Croix, but none of them were able to receive that pass from the right flank, and Menace can breathe again. Moving through midfield, this is going to be Goldthorpe. Goldthorpe plays it out left, Birmingham. Birmingham goes through to a defender, beats him. He wants a penalty. He's not pleased, but the referee won't budge. We play on. Nedic, Cupid, back to Nedic.
I'd like to take a look at that again, because
I would.
Did he get taken down? It was close, or did he dive? But he definitely he moved the ball inside onto his right foot and tried to ride the tackle, and he was brought down.
It seems like everything you want to do in that scenario. You get inside the box, make that move. There was clearly some contact. What I wonder is, if we see that replay, will it look like he went down first? That's what the referee will be looking at. If he sees that Birmingham goes down before contact, maybe that's a reason why. But other than that, look textbook to me. A bit of danger there in the box as St. Croix having trouble getting the ball back to their goalkeeper, Jack Morris, who's in orange, and has the ball now. Ethan Anderson did just about enough to head it back to his keeper.
Yeah, and the back four have been under immense pressure, especially Ethan Anderson and Schiebel. They've done well. Otis Anderson's done really well. Guillemot, you can tell, likes to get forward for St. Croix on our near left-hand side. He is very right-footed, though. He comes in onto his right foot. He's played about 6 diagonal balls across the midfield already, and Neville Morgan has already intercepted 1. If it comes onto his left, he goes back generally. So is this something that the Menace can pick up on as he goes down injured?
He does go down on a challenge from Elliot Goldthorpe, who is pleading his innocence, but referee disagrees. Guillemot has gone down a couple of times, and he's also holding on to his hand, it looks like. That would be the second time that somebody's come away with a hand that's the worse for wear. Another Royal Mile replay for you. I don't see where his hand gets hit. No, you see right there, he clutches his left knee.
Yeah, he's clutching his left knee. I think he'll be all right. Wasn't really a malicious foul. No intent there by Goldthorpe at all. He was just trying to win the ball and just managed to catch Guillemot.
Guillemot's played a lot of different positions this season. We've seen him in attack. For the most part, he tends to play in midfield. It's a bit of a thin defensive line that St. Croix have brought here to Des Moines. So today, he features on the back line. This one sent long by Menace. Connor Langen played it forward, but nothing doing. Luka Nedic with a nice header in midfield. Kraft, Nedic, no one wants to hold on to it for Menace, and St. Croix says, well, we'll take it. Out to the left side, Guillemot. Doesn't see anything going forward. He will lay it off, and that was an ill-advised pass. Can Goldthorpe capitalize? Not quite. Jack Morris has it again, but pressure from Menace. He's got plenty to deal with. He'll give it away, Fiorini. And he will try a long-distance effort. Jack Morris was retreating to his goal, but Fiorini saw just a little bit of space, tried to exploit it. Didn't seem like the move in the end. Menace still on the ball, though. Here's Kraft. He will go down, and he will win a free kick this time, just outside the box. Could be a chance for him to whip another one in.
And this is Kraft territory for sure. Winning the free kick. This is the type of angle he really enjoys. Right-footed, he loves to whip them in. I'll be very, very interested to see what happens from here as he looks to line it up.
Kraft, a 5'9", 150-pound Roseville, California native, played in a Sacramento Republic Academy growing up. Has experience in USL with Orlando City B and in USL League One with Richmond Kickers. His cross is coming. In it goes, and he'll go for goal this time. Jack Morris didn't have to move, but he did have to make a save.
It's always a difficult one to deal with, especially if it's whipped around the wall like that with pressure coming in, with a few Menace players lurking, but Jack Morris did really, really well there to hold on to it.
Otis Anderson, play it forward. And that ball is a really inventive one. Colton Prater not quite able to turn. That's creative stuff from St. Croix. They have not looked like the shy team that we saw back in May. This was the very first team that Menace played this season, and they came off to a quick start with Telvin Va, who's not in the 18. He scored 2 quick goals, but ever since then, St. Croix really struggled in that opening match, and I think this is a very different St. Croix team. A lot of different players in the lineup than we had back then, and the mentality feels different as we go to a drinks break.
Yeah, I totally agree with you there, Danny, because, they've come here, they've got nothing to play for. They are playing like they're playing for a playoff spot at this point, and I think that's incredible, and it just shows the determination to come here and try and win against the Des Moines Menace or compete against them. Make it very, very difficult for the Menace to try and win this game.
If you're just joining us in a drinks break, 34th minute, Des Moines Menace up 1-0 over St. Croix SC Legends after a legendary goal from Brandon Birmingham, 6'2" striker from Ireland, and the William Carey Crusaders, where he plies his college trade. Got his 5th goal on the year. That leads the Menace in scoring. My word, what a brilliant strike. It wasn't just well placed, so much power on it as well.
That was fantastic technique, to be honest with you. And then he got another chance after that was brought down in the box. Obviously, the referee has a better angle from down there compared to us up here at this point, Danny, but it did look close as the guys come off for the water break. I actually didn't realize they were going to get a water break in this game. It wasn't on the schedule, was it?
No, it wasn't. I wasn't aware of it, but not super surprised. It is a pretty warm one out there. I'm sure the players certainly appreciate it. And as you mentioned, Birmingham with the goal and could have won a penalty if the referee decision had just been a bit different. But we are back from the drinks break, ready to get back into soccer, what we're here for. Minute 35, and St. Croix SC chasing the game early after giving up that goal at the 26th minute mark. Long throw, Darley Flourville with it. And he will take down Neville Morgan in the process of his run. He's not pleased about it, but it is a foul, and it'll be a free kick for Menace.
We'll just take a bit of pressure off, kill the momentum a bit, rest the players, leading 1-0 at this point. As Bertrini is looking for it. Bertrini likes the ball at feet. He creates good angles out the back, when receiving it. As Langen looks to create something down our near side.
He'll play it to Fiorini. And he will further advance the ball into central midfield. Here's Elliot Goldthorpe, who's dropped back to pick it up. He's got space, and he'll use it to play it out wide. Neville Morgan. Can Morgan cross it in? Yes, he can. Players in the area, but St. Croix able to get it out. And that is Sufyan Magus, who is not able to hold on to it, but they're in attacking midfield, wearing the number 12 shirt today.
I've been impressed with Magus, to be honest with you. He's 5'8", 150 pounds, played 4 matches, but I tell you what, he's played it simple. He's wonderful to watch at times, to be honest with you. I mean, he's played a couple of good one-touch passes in his own penalty box with confidence.
Moving with confidence, meanwhile, is Goldthorpe, who will switch the play. Neville Morgan. Morgan looking to cross. And he'll put it in a low effort, and no one's there. The clearance off the head of a St. Croix teammate, but they're able to hold on to possession all the same. Darley Flourville ushering it out. Ooh, is Malik Smith, and he gets pushed into the fourth officials table. Luka Nedic takes issue with that. Smith is on the ground. He needs treatment. Head coach Dean Johnson is not pleased. 4 Menace players are now surrounding Darley Flourville, and a yellow card will go to Flourville, the second one of the evening for St. Croix, 3rd overall.
Well, as we take a look at this here again, I didn't quite see it the first time round, but Flourville coming through and just pushes, I believe Neville Morgan, was it?
I think it's Malik Smith.
Malik Smith into the, oh yes it is, yeah, just pushed him into the table on the far side there. But Malik Smith is back on his feet, back in the field, but just caused a bit of a ruckus there. Obviously you have a guy like Luka Nedic that will come in there and protect his teammates, and he's renowned for that. You know, he's not just a good footballer, but he'll take care of his teammates and make sure that everyone's safe.
Yeah, he will, and that's the guy that you want on your team for sure, and especially in that starting 11, that's exactly why. Connor Langen will send it long. Fiorini was the intended recipient, but instead it'll be St. Croix on the ball. This is Nick Zakowski. Zakowski moves it out to Otis Anderson on the right side. Long ball for Dylan Olsen. Instead, Malik Smith picks it up with his head. Nice job to keep it in. Nifty footwork from Morgan, and he will hold on to possession as well for a moment. Gives it away in the end, and Smith will now give away a foul. Keep in mind, Smith already has a yellow card. Smith, when he kind of went into that tussle with Flourville, was on a yellow, and of course gives away a foul there. The referee just talking to Neville Morgan, letting him know why that's an infraction.
Yeah, Smith's got to be really, really careful. You know, being on a yellow card already, can't afford to take risks. And that was Sam Just on the far side winning the free kick there for St. Croix.
Ball comes in for St. Croix. Top of the box, headed away for now. But they'll want to put another ball in from this right side. Sufjan Magus. London, England native will play it back, and little did he know, Elliot Goldthorpe was there to intercept. Couldn't keep it for long. It goes out, and a throw in for St. Croix.
Magoose is playing out for Iowa Lakes, isn't he? Community college at the moment.
Yeah, he transferred in to Western Illinois. Previously was a part of the Carson Newman men's soccer team, and then Iowa Lakes before that. He's been around and all over the country. And you mentioned Western Illinois, the team he currently plays for, the Leathernecks. Charlie Bales, of course, in the Menace front office, is a 2014 graduate of that school, so they've put out quite a lot of talent over the last few years. Magus with a lot of talent of his own. When you follow a guy like Charlie Bales, a name like that, certainly got to live up to a lot of expectations as far as quality is concerned on the pitch. He's certainly done so, and he's also going to receive a foul in the meantime around the center circle. And he's still on the ground. St. Croix looking to play on anyway, and Joey Betruni will hold on to possession and take his time to allow the referee to see if treatment might need to be administered. And again, it's Sufjan Magus.
Magus could have knocked there off Luka Nedic as he was trying to play a combination ball. But it was very good there by the official, letting play go on because the advantage was for them going forward. I don't think it determined anything with regards to a yellow card. We'll see what happens. I don't think so. I think he'll just go back to Joey Petruni and get the game on the go.
Yeah, it seems like the right decision. Didn't look like anything in the sort of foul play. So Joey Betruni, who had the ball in his care before, will have it again. It looks like the referee will just go with a ceremonial drop ball and give it back to him. And we'll be underway. Again, the center referee this evening, Aaron Valley. We've seen him before here at Valley Stadium, ironically. And we're back underway, and in the meantime, Magus can come back on the pitch. Here's Luka Nedic. That's Birmingham, actually. He'll play it forward for Goldthorpe. How about that little touch? But just a little bit too much. And St. Croix have it again. Victor Golemont, the captain. Switches play to the right back, Otis Anderson. Anderson looking long. And Malik Smith gets a touch, but only a touch. It's out. for a St. Croix throw.
But again, Victor Goulmar comes in onto his right foot, and if they can figure it out, that can be easily cut off, square ball, counter-attacking as quickly as possible.
Jack Morris will whip it out to Ethan Anderson. Victor Goulmar. Zeron Sewell got a foot to that one, and Luka Nedic in midfield heads it forward. Riley Kraft got a touch, but couldn't quite intercept, and here comes St. Croix the other direction. Colton Prater's on the ball, and he'll play it back to Ethan Anderson. Anderson gets it forward, and this is a chance for Nick Zukowski to run. Couldn't quite get past Corey Cupid, and now a 2-on-2 chance. A break for Menace, Brandon Birmingham. Left side, he's got 2 players on him and only one in the middle to aim for. He might go for goal again, thought about it, and this time gets a ball into the box. Riley Kraft is onside, he's got Goldthorpe with him. He'll try across to the top of the box instead. Nedic. Fiorini with the late run to the right, and now he'll receive the ball. Can he cross it in here? He does get it in, and no one's in the area to receive it. Not the best breaking opportunity for Menace. I mean, it was a good opportunity. Didn't deal with it very well, and now St. Croix trying to make them pay. Darley Floorville sends it long in their space. Dylan Olsen's going to let it go. Magus is there, but getting there first, crucially, Zeron Sewell.
And Joey Petrini just coming in to pick up. But again, they've just got to be careful of, the Menace have to be careful of that counter-attack. But a good passage of play there earlier on. As we look at the St. Croix build-up here, and again, this is on the counter-attack. I saw Adam Kay standing up, signaling towards the far post to get numbers back into the game. But you know, that there was a chance earlier on, and Birmingham got it back onto his right foot. Everyone thought he was going to shoot, played a little no-look ball in and crafted well to get it. Unfortunately, Fiorini has to do better with the quality of his cross because it wasn't in behind the defenders. It was in front of them, and that's what caused the counter-attack.
And it was Corey Cupid in the end who came back from midfield with a big run to win that ball back. And this time another chance forward for St. Croix. They'll earn a throw-in on this far side. And it looks like taking it is Victor Goulmar, who we've mentioned likes to get up and get forward. He'll do so now. But in the end, he'll throw it backwards. Colton Prater, a couple players on him, tried a shot from long distance. Luka Nedic has it and he'll play it back. Neville Morgan, Nedic again. Players to aim for in the middle. He'll advance it to Birmingham instead. Nice touch by Birmingham, and he's got space. Can he cross it in? This is Elliot Goldthorpe. He's got players to aim for. Well defended, and it's out for a corner kick.
That was good there by the Menace, getting the ball out wide. Elliot Goldthorpe receiving the ball in front of him, going towards goal. Didn't really have the numbers coming in late as we hit the 44th minute, and I know it's sweltering hot down there. I understand that. One last gasp here as we see Riley Kraft again with an in-swinging corner coming up.
Want to finish these last couple of minutes as well as you can. Riley Kraft to deliver it across. When we get extra time, we'll let you know with that news. Kraft puts it in, right into the middle once more, and no one is there. Just a little bit over all the Menace heads inside the 6.
Another good corner by Kraft. And again, it's nobody's really taking advantage of the set plays from corners. And I think that there needs to be a better job on that, Danny, to be honest with you, because we saw it last week. I think there was 16 corners, if I'm not mistaken.
I think you're right. I think it was exactly 16. It was definitely double digits. It wasn't close. A lot of corners and not a whole lot of scoring chances that came from them. Tonight it's been more or less a similar story. It'll be a throw-in for Menace after that clearance took a touch off of St. Croix, and Victor Goulmar will kindly hand the ball to Gianluca Fiorini. 2 minutes of added time. Played about 30 seconds of the first minute of those. Here's Luka Nedic, right side. Goldthorpe. He'll play it to midfield. Corey Cupid. Morgan. Can he cross from here? Got a couple of players to take on. Beats one. And that is a WWE tackle. A free kick is certainly deserved on that occasion. Neville Morgan will win a chance for Riley Kraft to cross it in.
Well, most definitely was a WWE tackle with Otis Anderson just sticking a leg out as, again, as you see, there's Neville Morgan receiving a ball here from Corey Cupid. Lots of space in front of him, just manages to draw the defender in, gets him on the wrong foot, takes him inside, drops his shoulder outside, winning a free kick in Kraft area again.
Certainly is Kraft's corner, if you will. And it could be one of the last actions of half number one. Under 40 seconds to play. Kraft will send it in, headed goalwards, and it took an excellent effort from Jack Morris to clear that one away. It's out for a Menace corner.
Very good save there by Jack Morris, because I believe there was a player coming in on the far post who I think was Corey Cupid. Brilliant free kick. Jack Morris getting a hand to it, just managing to knock it out for a corner as we see Kraft coming up again.
Under 10 seconds to play in the 47. Kraft sends another one in, right to the middle again. And again, it's a white shirt that gets there first, and that is the way that half number one ends. Not a perfect start for Des Moines Menace. It's enough. They lead 1-0 over St. Croix SC Legends, and that is where we'll leave you. For Justin Forster and myself, Danny Catula, we'll see you guys for halftime coverage in a moment. Don't go away right here on CISN.
Points are keeping you from what you really want to do. Whether it's playing with your kids, golfing on the weekends, or dancing with your spouse on date night, DMOS can help. Des Moines Orthopedic Surgeons. DMOS, a nationally recognized team of orthopedic specialists, can help make it happen. Rated among the state's best for joint replacement surgery, DMOS offers the Metro's most comprehensive range of play-restoring orthopedic services, from sports medicine, urgent injury, to physical therapy. At DMOS, we're ready to help you get back to living. Learn more at dmos.com.
Hi, it's Amanda with Holt's Plumbing and Heating. With inventory tight, Holt not only anticipated the need, but took the risk of stocking up on our most popular products. While our competitors scramble to find furnaces, air conditioners, and water heaters, we have plenty of stock, ready to be installed. Even though we have extra product, now we see demand at an all-time high. To sweeten the deal, we are also offering 0% financing on your new purchase. Just one more reason why more and more Central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
At DeArmond Ford Indianola and DeArmond Automotive Knoxville, we want you to experience the DeArmond difference.
My dad and I are in the dealership every day to ensure your ownership experience is exceptional.
We're completing phase 2 of our major reconstruction project at our Indianola location, providing a state-of-the-art customer lounge and waiting area and soon-to-be all-new showroom, reinvesting back into our communities.
DeArmond Ford Indianola and DeArmond Automotive Knoxville. Experience the DeArmond difference today. DeArmondAuto.com.
It takes a village to empower a young person to achieve their full potential. Yet today in America, 1 in 3 kids are growing up without a mentor. Together, we can change this. You can be that someone for a young person by becoming a mentor. Join the village. Big brothers, big sisters. Become a big today.
Halftime score between your Des Moines Menace and St. Croix SC Legends. 1-0 in USL League 2 action. 2 matches away from playoff time, and Menace in decent form right now. They're up 1-0 over a team that they've beaten on 2 occasions already, looking to make it 3. Justin Forster joining myself, Danny Catula, in the commentary booth at Valley Stadium here at West Des Moines. Justin, what did you like from that Menace start, that 1-0 lead that we've got?
Creating chances. I think that's one in particular. I think they're getting enough possession as far as crosses into the box. They just need to be a little more clinical on their finishing. Jack Morris, on the other hand, for St. Croix, has pulled off some fantastic saves. He pulled off 2 back-to-back just prior to Birmingham's save. So I think if they just got to keep this momentum going, and they'll start banging in a few more goals because it's starting to open up.
And besides Jack Morris, plenty of players with talent for St. Croix. A lot of players we haven't seen much of this season. You talk about Sufyan Magus, who we praised in the first half, only played in 4 matches this year, this being his 5th. Dylan Olson playing his 3rd match of the campaign. Darley Florville up top playing his 4th. But they've got some talent, even though they may not have USL 2 experience so far this year.
Yes, they definitely have. I mean, what I've noticed about Magus is off the ball, he just drops into the midfield, and he's looking to take care of, like one of the holding midfielders from the Menace, Corey Cupid or Luka Nedic. He does a good job there, and he looks to pick up the pieces and then build from there, because he's one of the more creative players in the St. Croix side. But having said that, I do like Sam Justin Prater, how they do. What they'll do is they'll rotate. So when Nico Schiebel and Ethan Anderson open up, they can push Otis Anderson on the far right, and then Victor Golmar, who likes to get forward further up the field, with either Just or Prater can just come into the hole to pick up the ball just from the 2 center backs. Also, Nico Zukowski is also, he's dangerous, and he's rotating, but playing more in a 10 position, getting forward.
Yeah, there's a couple players kind of playing that 10 alongside each other. Magus, we knew, would play in attacking midfield. Zukowski, a bit of a surprise that he's playing that far elevated, but he's certainly got the talent to do so. When we come back, halftime analysis. You'll see some halftime reels as well. We'll let you know how we got to 1-0 for Menace and see how they can keep things going and finish with all 3 points on the night. See you guys in just a moment on CISN.
Obsessively, relentlessly at your service. To me, it means being there 24/7. Rain or shine, during storms, after storms.
Being a first responder to the community, to my customers.
Being there to get the customers back on and to see the smiles on their face.
To provide the kind of reliability that we can hold our heads high about.
And we want to keep our customers safe. Safety's first around here.
And that's rewarding.
Hi, I'm Joe the Car Guy with Westside Auto. I'm excited to tell you about our new lifetime oil change plan. When you purchase our plan, you'll never have to pay for an oil change again. If you get a different car, simply transfer the plan over. If that car's oil needs are different than your original plan, just pay the difference. It couldn't be simpler. You won't have to worry about inflation or prices going up. Give us a call at Westside Auto Pros to get details on the lifetime oil change plan. And remember, when I say lifetime, I mean your lifetime, not just your car's.
Here in the heartland, at the heart of everything cool, Greater Des Moines is more than its features. It's a feeling. A feeling of discovery and wonder everywhere you turn. Catch what you've been missing. Des Moines, the S's are silent, our city is booming.
When I think about the mini pitch initiative, I think about creating equal access to allow youth to have confidence in themselves, to develop teamwork. For me, sports were always a huge part of my life, and I want other people to have that same experience that I did. When you revitalize space in the community, you're able to allow people to come together. We've worked really hard with the U.S. Soccer Foundation over the past couple years and bringing pitches all over the country. We're really proud of being able to create spaces for kids to play and grow. At the end of the day, soccer is just a conduit. It's allowing kids to develop and giving them the tools that they need for life. That's what soccer means to me.
"45 minutes gone here at Valley Stadium between Des Moines Menace and St. Croix SC Legends, and 45 more to come. 1-0 the halftime score as you see in front of you. Justin Vorster and myself, Danny Catula, with you. Thanks for joining us for halftime coverage here on CISN via YouTube. Justin, we mentioned earlier on thoughts about St. Croix. They've been good in attack. They've been a bit dangerous. For Menace, it seems like controllables that can keep them at bay a little bit more than they did in the first half. A couple of breaks that were a bit dangerous and maybe a little bit too close for comfort.
Yeah, control the controllables. The big one was when Sewell went on the rampage run into the midfield, got caught in possession, out of position on the counter-attack. And, Adam Kay was up on the sideline there screaming, far post. And then, but Bertrini did well. Malik Smith came into cover. Connor Langen was in there for the cover. But it could have been dangerous. And these are little things in the game, details that they've got to be careful of, and they can't give the ball away in high-risk areas, especially in possession, because when you're in possession, everybody's spread out, and you lose the ball like that, you can get caught, because we've seen it before.
Let's take a look at halftime thoughts, a little bit of replay of the action, how we got to this point. Justin, run us through why we're at 1-0.
Well, I tell you what, it was a sublime piece of skill there by Brandon Birmingham when he received the ball and got the ball onto his right foot cutting in. But look at that ball that was played in there by Goldthorpe earlier on. In the first 10 minutes of the game, no look pass, reverse ball in there for Riley Kraft running onto it. It was easy save there for Jack Morris. But this was the moment here when the ball was played out wide for Dylan Olsen. And this was on the counter-attack. Well, that was one of the first counter-attack, and that was Magoo's on the right foot, didn't hit it quite right, and Petrini saved that. Here's the goal. Brilliant, fantastic. In just absolutely just whipped in there with a bit of dip on it. Jack Morris just watched it sail into the far corner over his shoulder. Riley Kraft, another. This is his area where he likes to whip it in on free kicks. Beautiful free kick. And well saved there again by Jack Morris as Corey Cupid was lurking on the far post. It was definitely going in if he never got fingertips to that.
I think Corey Cupid was itching to finish that, and maybe even if Cupid didn't get a touch, he might not have needed to. I think that cross in from Kraft might have had enough legs to make it on its own. But Jack Morris has stood on his head, and that's why it's only 1-0. It could be more for Menace. At the same time, St. Croix have had chances of their own. More halftime thoughts and, of course, the second half of action when we come back in just a moment on CISN.
At DeArmond Ford Indianola and DeArmond Automotive Knoxville, we want you to experience the DeArmond difference.
My dad and I are in the dealership every day to ensure your ownership experience is exceptional.
We're completing phase 2 of our major reconstruction project at our Indianola location, providing a state-of-the-art customer lounge and waiting area and soon-to-be all-new showroom, reinvesting back into our communities.
DeArmond Ford Indianola and DeArmond Automotive Knoxville. Experience the DeArmond difference today. DeArmondAuto.com.
One more time.
Come on, one more.
One more?
Looking good. Done.
Nah, one more. One more. Righty stance.
What do you think? One more set? Fine, 2 more sets.
One more.
Let's go, squad. One more.
One more.
3, 2, 1.
One more, man.
Oh, man. All right, little bro.
Breakfast?
One more. Yeah, I'm not hungry either. One more.
Want more? One more, Dad.
Why do businesses succeed? The Better Business Bureau sees the traits of successful businesses every day. It's not easy, but it is simple. The BBB fosters trust between Iowa businesses and consumers.
Visit bbb.org.
Second half action between Des Moines and St. Croix coming at you in just a couple of minutes with myself, Danny Gatula, and Justin Vorster, my trusty sidekick alongside me. Just about ready for the second half to start. Final thoughts on, off of this bench. It's a loaded bench. It's a talented bench. A couple of new faces in that bench. Who could come off and make an impact for you, Justin?
Well, if you're looking to attack, you got Leroy Ngazouzi, who in his last game scored 2 goals. Off the bench as well. You got Brian Padilla as well, who can go into the midfield. We've got a new player on the roster here, Alexander Gluvakochev. I think I've got that right.
Yeah,
I'm close.
Aleksandar Glavacevic, a Serbian name for it.
Serbian name for me, who's played in USL Championship for Orlando City. Currently playing as just figuring out the position that he normally plays. He's new to the squad, but I tell you what, also in the midfield we've got Beauty can come into the game. Bertini as well, who likes to come in at the back. But you know, there's a new player, the El Salvadorian national team player. He's only 21 years old, Alexan Saravia. He's new in the squad, but plays at the back. So, you know, depending on what the gaffer, Dean Johnson, needs moving forward, I mean, you know, obviously he might need to rest some legs, but will they all play? I'm not sure. You know, he might put in a few more attackers to rest some legs for next week's game and obviously the playoffs coming up.
And these 3 points, of course, still in the balance. They don't mean anything as far as the table and where Menace will finish. They've locked up the division already, but you would love to have these 3 points going into the final match of the regular season next week, and then, of course, playoffs after that. Doesn't look like any changes for Menace, and if we see any from either side, we'll let you know. But for now, it should still be Joey Petruni in goals, Aaron Sewell, Malik Smith, and Connor Langan, the 3 center backs. Neville Morgan and Gianluca Fiorini on the wing backs. Corey Cupid and Luka Nedic in central midfield. Riley Kraft pulling the strings in attacking midfield. Brandon Birmingham and Elliot Goldthorpe, a converted striker, from central midfield. And there's Goldthorpe in the middle, a man we've gotten to talk to a couple of times, both on our podcast and just at training. What a great guy, and obviously so talented on the pitch as well. Second half underway. Des Moines Menace leading 1-0 and looking to build on that lead in half number 2 here in West Des Moines. St. Croix with possession early. And this will be Victor Golman moving forward now. That's a nice little turn. Nick Zukowski. And going down was Darley Floorville. This one cleared away, and here's Ethan Anderson on the ball. Where can he win it back for Menace? That's Goldthorpe, and he does do so. He's got your chance. Can he go alone? He'll cut back. Shot on goal! A dream start to the second half, and it all comes from the Leeds native, Elliot Goldthorpe.
What a great piece of skill there with a little Croix in the box. Getting the ball onto his left foot. What a start to the second half. Just seconds into the game, not even a minute. Goldthorpe with that Croix, but again, it was the work rate. Prior to that, the ball was won. Look at this work right here. Goldthorpe managing to dispossess Ethan Anderson. Gets the ball onto his left foot. He had Birmingham just inside him. Decides, no, I'm going to put that into the top corner just past Jack Morris, who could do nothing with that.
Absolutely not. Elliot Goldthorpe saw the goal from Birmingham in the first half and said, all right, I'll one-up this. Excellent work rate, as you say, to win the ball back. Dispatch his defender. And this right here, that turn. That's what you're talking about, Justin. Great work.
You know what? We're not going to hear the end of this. We're going to hear like on and on and on. The next podcast is like he got the assist and the goal.
I don't know if we can have him on again. That might be a detractor from anything else we want to talk about. But 2-0, it's deserved. Any praise that Elliot Goldthorpe gives himself or receives from his teammates. Give credit to Birmingham with that spacing as well to give him the opportunity to put that shot in the back of the net. St. Croix now down 2. Menace 2 to the good. And they win the ball back in their defensive half. Deft touch from Neville Morgan that time, but it doesn't pan out to anything. Riley Kraft looking to win the ball back in midfield, but he can't do so. Colton Prater will shake him off. Back line sent out to the right. That is an errant pass, and Neville Morgan will gift possession right back. And on the back line, Nico Schiebel. Left side, this is going to be sent forward to midfield, and it's given away. Here come Menace, another chance. Could it be a second goal for Goldthorpe? Still holding on, and he'll play it back. This is Morgan. Morgan has Kraft out to his left. He'll play it to him. Riley Kraft can put this ball in, and he will whip it in. An in-swinger. Players there. Headed away. Still in the box, and now cleared away a second time. Dylan Olsen loses possession, but out of play in the end. And that will be a St. Croix throw-in. It's going to be thrown in by Sam Just. And on the back line, St. Croix just looking to figure some things out. Don't want to lose the ball over there. But it will be Zach Morris to hold on to it. And left side, they'll give the ball away, but they'll keep it just in time. This is Nick Zukowski. Zukowski made a couple of players miss on an intended long ball. This one looking to find Dylan Olson and having to be alert to the danger that time was Menace defensively. Zeron Sewell was there. And this is Neville Morgan. Midfield, Luka Nedic. And given away, this could be a chance for St. Croix going the other direction. Moved out to the left side. And we'll see this one crossed in, a header to the top of the box. Magus plays it back. Now right side, this is Sam Just. What can he do from here? He'll play it back, Colton Prater. Left side. Can a cross come in from Legends? No, Colton Prater will possess again. Left wing now. Advancing it forward, Darley Floorville has it. Can he play a ball in? No. And it's given away. Prater tried to win the ball back, but now it's Menace on the ball again. Left side, Neville Morgan, he's got space to run with. The Jamaican, and that pass is just a little bit long, and Brandon Birmingham can't pick it up.
Well, I've noticed a change here for St. Croix. Victor Goumar, the Frenchman, has gone off. What's happened is Sam Just has moved into right back. Brian Brown has come in place of Goumar and moved into the midfield with Prater and Zukowski. And then Otis Anderson has moved to the left-hand side. And that's what it looks like looking at the shape on the field at this point.
Thanks for that update as far as what St. Croix looks like on the field for now. So just that one change. Looks like Brian Brown. Still looking to confirm who that is in midfield, but we think it's Brown in for Victor Goulmont. And moving into midfield as well, a bit of a shape change at the same time. Morgan looking to get forward, and again his pass just slips past Brandon Birmingham. And this will be an attacking free kick just across midfield. Menace will concede it. That's Corey Cupid in midfield, who's the guilty party. Meanwhile, we can give you a change for Menace as well. On the back line, Alfeo Bertini, Sao Paulo, Brazil native, has come in to replace Malik Smith. He was on a yellow card, so that's most likely why we'll see him go off.
Smart move, very smart move by the coaching staff just to make that change. You don't need players sent off in this and suspended with the playoffs coming up.
Yeah, no reason to risk Smith's eligibility. And moving it out to the left side, this is Morgan once again. He's seen a lot of the ball early on in the second half. Bertini, the substitute on the back line, gives it to Petruni. Petruni out wide. Nice pass, and the header forward will find Goldthorpe. Goldthorpe with a good tackle. He had lost the ball, but he won it back with a great challenge. Now up the right side. This could be a chance for Fiorini. Can he cross it in? Birmingham's there. Yes, he is. Oh, it nearly beat Morris. A sprawling save. Incredible work from Birmingham. Better work from the man between the sticks. Corner kick.
Definitely a great, great save there by Jack Morris, just reaching to the right-hand side. Fiorini with a lovely ball in after the work rate from Elliot Goldthorpe with a lovely ball down the far right-hand side. And as you can see here, the technique and the cross from Fiorini was pinch perfect. Birmingham timing his run. And what a great save.
Yeah, not a whole lot more you can say. Just a fantastic stop at the end of the day. So Riley Kraft will whip another corner kick in. And it comes from Kraft. Back post, header there, off the ground, back in the area, and skied well over the bar through the football uprights. Doesn't count for anything. That's the second time Birmingham's had the ball in the 18-yard box and just put a little bit too much height on it.
Yeah, it was a brilliant corner there by Kraft. It was nodded down back across goal by Corey Cupid. A little bit too high for Birmingham to finish, as the ball was intercepted on the far side there again by Fiorini.
Now it's Cupid, benefiting from that win back of possession. Cupid, top of the box, a shot, and Goldthorpe couldn't get it away. It was blocked. This will go out for a Menace throw, and they are creating chance after chance. They smell blood on the water, it seems.
We're starting to open up for them, that's for sure, Danny, as Fiorini on the far side has the ball at his feet.
He'll cross it in and ripped right back out. Ethan Anderson responsible for clearing it away. Neville Morgan with it for Menace. Looking to beat his man, he'll turn him, and Dylan Olsen is left in the spin cycle, but able to win it back just in time, and here comes Olsen the other way. Floorville moves it out right. That was a deft little move, and Olsen's got it again. Olsen beats Bertini easily. He'll play it through the middle, and Floorville was there, but getting there first was Connor Langen.
And luckily Langen was there, because I tell you what, Floorville was in on goal. Langen with the cover just manages to connect the ball out for a corner.
We'll see what St. Croix are capable of doing on this corner kick. They would certainly like to get something from this. As we're going to see Dylan Olsen whip in a corner kick in the 55th minute. In comes his corner. Headed away. Right side of the box, and chasing it, winning it, is Fiorini. Can he keep it in? Yes, he can. He'll send it long. Goldthorpe on it. He'll cut back to midfield and send it all the way back, just barely finding its target. And it'll be moved out left. Riley Kraft waits on it. Plays it back to Luka Nedic, and seeing some space up the line. A great idea, but intercepted. Can St. Croix turn defense into attack now? Dylan Olsen. Olsen plays a good ball forward, and that'll release the run down this right side, but it's one back. Excellent work by Zeron Sewell to come over to the left side and cover for Alfeo Bertini. Here's a throw for Neville Morgan. Morgan seen a lot of the ball all day long. Goes to Omaha. One of the Mavericks there. Spent a few years at Lindsey Wilson with the Blue Raiders before that. And now winning the ball back. Here's Menace. That pressure is being fruitful once again. Down the left side. Into the corner now. Birmingham, can he cross it back? Chance to beat his man. Can he get around him? Yes, he can, but not enough space to get a corner in. Bertini on the back line, and just want to let you know of a false alarm as we thought somebody had come in for Victor Golma. That's not the case. It's just a shift in personnel. Victor Golma moving forward. We mentioned he's a utility guy. He can play anywhere. A Swiss Army knife of a player. He's in midfield now. And how about this to win the ball back and keep it in? Maybe a chance at goal. That one stopped on a dime, and it's going to stay in on a shot. It didn't even go over the goal line. Chance to cross it in again. Comes in for Bertini. An error at the back from Morris. Stays in. Header. How are Menace not 3-0 up?
Well, they should have been 3-0 up there, Danny. I think that was Elliot Goldthorpe that fluffed the first one that actually was kept in play on our near side here by Nedic. Great ball in. Keeper fluffed it. Kept in by Fiorini, and there was Elliot Goldthorpe. A difficult one again to head. It was going too high, but just managed to get it over the bar.
Well, it's still 2-0, but not for lack of trying. Menace with plenty of chances, even after getting that second goal early on in the second half. But they haven't been able to get anything further so far. What a challenge that is in midfield. And Menace can move forward as a result. Kraft moves it out left. This is Birmingham. Birmingham plays it square. And this could be a shot at goal. It is! It takes a deflection, and it takes a trip to the back of the net. 3-0, and it's that man again, Goldthorpe.
Well, Goldthorpe just one making up for that fluff he did earlier on. Again, it didn't bother him, confidence. But see how he comes into the space. He has lots of space. Checks his shoulder, has a little scan. As the ball's played in here by Birmingham. Takes a little touch onto his strong left foot and past Jack Morris into the bottom corner.
Elliot Goldthorpe sent that via the express one-way ticket to the goal mouth. Excellent goal, 58th minute. And I think he's maybe even done better than the first.
Well, look at this skill. Enough time, but he got his body on the half turn, received it with the back foot going forward, got it on his left foot. And what a great strike pass. Great technique. Straight past Jack Morris in goal.
And look at the smile on his face as well. Can you tell he's enjoying being up front today?
Yes, you can. Most definitely. I think he fancies himself as a center forward, to be honest with you. He's playing his way in there.
Well, you can't blame him for that now. He's got 2 goals in the position. He'll be reminding the gaffer, Dean Johnson, of that. And St. Croix now a goal further behind in their quest to get something out of this game. They've got 30 minutes left, and they've got to get 3 goals. It's playing out a lot like we've seen previous matches do between these two sides.
Danny, I think it's going to open up as long as this carries on in the press. I mean, the Menace are really pressing well. They're intercepting the pass. Right now, you can see that St. Croix are really, really tired, and they're starting to make unforced errors.
Something that I was able to hear Adam Kay mention in training yesterday was it's so difficult to beat a team 3 times. Once they know what your identity is, who your players are to watch, it's just so difficult to beat a team on 3 separate occasions. Even if you've got a bit of a quality gap over that team, it doesn't matter. You've still got to really have your wits about you and be able to score and to attack and defend in a new way that this team hasn't seen. I think Menace have done that so far, and they're looking to do it again. Getting past midfield, another incredible run, and it's that man Goldthorpe. Gives it to Corey Cupid. Left side, Neville Morgan. Can he wrong foot his defender on this occasion? You bet he can. Crosses it in, players there, going down. Referee says play on. Menace. Fiorini. All the way back to Langen. Menace will restart. Ooh, a bit of a dangerous pass that time, but works out. Bertini for Morgan. Morgan stops. Goes. Absolutely torching his defender. Getting inside the box. And that's excellent work that time by Ethan Anderson, or actually it's Nico Schiebel that time, to not make contact. Neville Morgan was running at a really high pace. If you even glancingly touch him, he goes down, and that's a penalty. But Schiebel stays clean, and it's a goal kick.
Well, you could see Sam Just was actually yanking at his shirt, pulling at his shirt, and just let him go. And Schiebel came in. He knew he was coming in late. And as Neville Morgan pushed the ball apart, he kind of just pulled his leg away, and that's where the touch was just too big.
And I think Morgan was almost expecting that foul to come in. So he takes a nice long touch to try and encourage that. Doesn't come out that way. Good defending, expert defending from Schiebel in his 3rd match of the season for St. Croix. Inside, this will be Gianluca Fiorini. Fiorini from Scandiano, Italy. And in midfield, Corey Cupid. Neville Morgan. Morgan of Westmoreland, Jamaica. Menace. Connor Lincoln. Goldthorpe gives it back, and that one sent long by Cupid, nothing doing. And in the meantime, couple of changes. It's 3 actually, so that'll give us something to do here in the booth, trying to figure out who's in and who's out. Looks like coming out for sure is Luka Nedic in defensive midfield. We've seen the last of him for today. Looks like we might see Fiorini leaving as well on that right side. And then is that Brandon Birmingham as well? So I think Jonas Bukti's come in to replace Luka Nedic. He'll be alongside Corey Cupid in defensive midfield. Meanwhile, the introduction of Alexon Saravia. Salvadorian heritage he's got, and he'll make his first appearance of the season. And how about the introduction of Leroy Nzugusi? What a story that is. He's been hurt for a while, came in earlier on in the season as a substitute, scored 2 goals in less than 20 minutes, and now is his first chance since an injury in that match to come back and ply his trade once again up top.
The local lad from Cedar Rapids, Leroy, I bet you he's chuffed to get an appearance here today, 2nd appearance of the season.
Ball coming in quickly. Menace not wasting time with the new introductions and keeping it in along the touchline. Menace will have a chance to keep this attack going. Jonas Bukti, newly introduced, and that's a nice turn to get his night started. Right side, Alexon Saravia. Saravia into the box. Headed away, still danger. Can Morgan get it back into the area? Looking to beat Florville there, and he can't. Florville with some excellent defending for a forward, and now St. Croix can potentially break. Goldman gives it up. What is Anderson? And now it's Colton Prater. Right side, Sam Just. Florville. Florville still going, and he cannot get past Corey Cupid's outstretched foot. But they will win the ball back again in midfield. This one sent long, going down and receiving a foul is striker. I want to say that's Dylan Olsen. No, it's not. It is. I can't tell who's on the ground quite yet. Nope, I was right the first time. Dylan Olsen. Should have trusted myself.
Yeah, I was looking at that just off the ball. I'm not sure I'm sure Dylan Olsen, it looked like he tripped over Sewell. I'm not sure if there was any intent whatsoever. However, you did mention to me earlier on about Victor Gourmand, the Frenchman. He likes to take the set pieces. As we see a double change here for...
Well, is it a triple change because the goalkeeper's been changed out? Yeah, it is. So Jack Morris is gone. Sam Just is gone. Sufjan Magus is gone. Those are three interesting changes. And bringing with him a water bottle is substitute goalkeeper, I believe. That's going to be Austin Williams. Yes, it is. So Austin Williams is making his second appearance on the season. Meanwhile, no time to dwell on that. A free kick goes well over the bar. So Austin Williams is in as a goalkeeper. Brian Brown is actually in this time as an outside back. He'll play right back in place of Sam Just, and we're working on that third change for you, but we can tell you Brian Brown is in on the back line. Austin Williams is a goalkeeper out of Cottage Grove, Minnesota, who is in. And down this right side, Menace don't care a whole lot who's in for St. Croix. They want to go and attack and score more goals. Another throw in down this right side. Nope, just kidding. St. Croix will get to throw that one in. Dylan Olsen's got it. Now looked like it touched St. Croix last, but Dylan Olsen doesn't mind. He's on the move. He'll send it forward, and a couple of Menace players there. But they've still got work to do. Played back to Batruni. And Batruni will give plenty of space for Neville Morgan to possess. Corey Cupid plays it back. Zeron Sewell. Oh, Sewell has gone down. And I think he's picked up a knock in the process. But meanwhile, St. Croix in the immediate future could have a chance at goal. And they cross it in from here. It's played back. Maybe a long distance go. It is, and it's well off target. Maybe the bigger news right now is that Zeron Sewell, after taking that tumble to the ground, is in a bit of pain. It'll be a Menace throw-in rather than a goal kick.
Hopefully there's nothing too serious, but he has gone down. So there's going to be a little bit of a break in play here. Obviously the players can take a break as we're now looking at the changes that have come in here for St. Croix.
Yeah, we don't see goalkeepers get changed often, do we? I mean, they did concede 3 goals, but even then, not often that you see a change in between the sticks. Throw in for Menace doesn't lead to a whole lot. Long ball for Leroy Nzagusi doesn't work out. This ball is long and it finds its target. Goldthorpe, he has another go! And saving a hat trick is Austin Williams' first action of the game.
Austin Williams been brought into action right away as Goldthorpe, now on a hat trick, and he's hungry for his hat trick. As you see the Menace breaking down the right-hand side, great ball in by Saravia. Goldthorpe from nowhere, edge of the box, a little bit of pressure, forced to save out of Austin Williams. It's now a corner.
Goldthorpe's just got such a high work rate. He will come out of absolutely nowhere and put a shot on goal, and he didn't even realize he was there. Cross comes in from Kraft. Long, and no one's able to get there at the first bite at the cherry. Jonas Bukti with it. He will play it all the way back, and that's dangerous. It's given away. Bad error, unforced error, and can Darley Flourville make Menace pay? He's got 2 players on him. He can go it alone. No one helping him. Oh, my goodness, shoved completely out of the way. Zeron Sewell decided that attack ended right there.
Well, Zeron's got to be careful. It looks like he's...
And no, it's actually, just to correct myself, Neville Morgan's the guy who was all the way on the back line, so he'll pick up a yellow card. You'll see it again on the screen. This is Flourville moving forward, and he's just looking to get past Morgan there. Morgan says no. That is about the most clear-cut yellow card you'll see all season long. Sure, the teammates will be having a laugh at him when we get to the end of these 90 minutes, but feels like a fair yellow card that time.
It doesn't get much clearer than that, Danny.
No. Right you are, it doesn't. That's not a yellow card. I think I need a refresh on the rules of the game. This ball comes in, a free kick. Plenty of players there down that right flank, but no one able to get there for Legends. Instead, Menace with a break, and this looks promising. Oh, left side, just too much on it for the run down this left side. That's a bit unfortunate because there were players going forward. Just needed to connect on that first pass. Victor Gourmand. He's been everywhere, and this time he'll play a ball off of Alfeo Bertini. Neville Morgan. Morgan had to get it away quickly, and that forces an error. Was looking for Goldthorpe. Meanwhile, Leroy Nzugusi has moved over to that right side. He's pressuring the ball now. Nzugusi, what a story he's got. 5'11" striker, originally from Nairobi, Kenya, but went to Lynmar High School, grew up in Marion, Iowa, just outside of Cedar Rapids, as you say. Justin, he got a data analytics degree from Drake University. After that, selected 86th in the MLS Super Draft by Nashville SC. He was a first-team All-Missouri Valley Conference selection for 3 straight years until he graduated. In the meantime, St. Croix with an attack that is cut out. And Nzugusi with a lot of speed and a lot of energy, looking to get on the ball. Can't quite do so. And Austin Williams has it. Austin Williams, another cool story. He's the cousin of MLB pitcher Matt Shoemaker. Athletics run in that family for sure. That's a foul against, I believe, that is Elliot Goldthorpe. And just referee giving him a talking to, saying, hey, that's a borderline yellow. You got to be careful.
Yeah, I wonder if this is the time to rest Elliot Goldthorpe, because, yeah, absolutely, because, you know, remember he was injured. He worked so hard to win the ball, and as you see, yes, he's going off, and this is probably the right moment with 20 minutes left in the game. His performance has been on par for man of the match, that's for sure. His work rate has been fantastic. He's been winning the ball, creating chances, winning and creating chances, and he scored 2 goals out of it.
And remember, he's a central midfielder, one who likes to attack, to be fair, but that is not naturally a striker that we just saw bang in 2 goals. And now the introduction as Goldthorpe goes off right on the stroke of Justin saying it might be time for him to. He's on the same wavelength with Coach Dean Johnson. Aleksandar Gluvakcevic. He's from Serbian descent, grew up in Charlotte, North Carolina, played at IMG Academy for his high school ball, signed with Florida Atlantic Owls, but never played for him. He signed all the way back in 2015 after graduating at IMG, but instead decided to go back to his homeland of Serbia, played with 3 different third-tier clubs there. He also came back to the States and scored 1 goal in 10 matches for Orlando City B, that in USL League 1. Here's a chance for Menace to get forward. Jonas Buchty, left side. Can he keep this run going? Not quite. Cut out, but it will be a throw-in for Menace going forward. 71st minute, 3-0, the Menace lead. Yeah, Gluvakcevic's just another one of those guys who you can bring in off the bench. It just feels like a tidal wave for opposing defenses that never ends. Bring off a couple of strikers who play well, put 2 more on. Right side, or left side, I should say, Neville Morgan. Buchty moves to midfield and gives it away.
Buchty's given the ball away again earlier on. He gave the ball away where Neville Morgan was forced to make the foul. He's got to be careful of playing square balls in tight areas. But on your point that, you know, it's looking at Leroy Nzugusi, I mean, it's great for him to come into the game. I did coach him many years ago when he was a kid at ODP level. You know, he likes the ball in behind, but he's getting better with the ball at his feet and trying to hold the ball up.
Holding the ball up for now is Otis Anderson for St. Croix. He's able to clear it up the line. And that one will touch Menace last. Alexon Saravia came over to help defensively. Out for a St. Croix throw. Sent long, midfield. Menace will hook it back the other way. And another St. Croix throw. Back across midfield it goes. Darley Florville's got it. Takes a little bit of contact. Gets a bump. No foul, but it is a throw-in. Florville thought it was his own, but it is out of play instead in favor of Menace.
Yeah, and is this the time maybe? And you can tell that the players are hungry to score more goals, and fair play to them. I mean, especially after last weekend, they've shown great character coming back into this and totally dominating the game at this point. A great piece of skill there by Corey Cupid in the midfield. Absolutely beautiful.
The situation required it as well. That was I was going to lose possession of that if he didn't come up with something special.
Absolutely, and looking as they look to try and switch it to our near side, Bertini was looking for Kraft, who had made a forward run but decided to go back into Morgan's feet and then go around the other side. I think this is the time where they can at least enjoy possession at this point and try and see out the game. I think the biggest goal here is don't concede a goal.
Yeah, that's what you want to see. You want to get another clean sheet. You've got that scoring down. Got your 3 goals. Go for fourth would be nice. Here's Gluvakcevic, the new signing. Lays it off for Nzugusi. Attacking midfield, Kraft. Kraft moves it left. Morgan. Players to aim for. Gives it back to Kraft. Can Kraft cross it in? He'll turn. Surveys what's in front of him. Gives it back. Morgan, not a great first touch. Attacked on the ball, but gives it to Cupid safely. Cupid will play it back. Bertini makes a man miss. Dylan Olsen was expecting the square pass. This one sent long. Riley Kraft. Kraft still with it. Two players on him. It's sent forward. That's a nice little ball for Morgan. Can he cross it? He can. That wasn't quite the cross we were expecting. I don't know if he was trying to go for goal and curve it back towards the far corner. Not a conventional cross by any means, but it will be a St. Croix throw-in if I'm not mistaken. And before then, we'll most likely see a substitution here. In the meantime, referee Aaron Valley and his assistant Robert Sori will get together and change the call. They'll communicate over the headset and decide it is instead a Menace throw. So you're going to see Darley Florville and Nick Sikowski step off for St. Croix. We'll let you know who's in for them in a moment. But in the meantime, Brian Padilla, he'll come in. And we're not sure who he's replacing quite yet. I would imagine it'd be Riley Kraft. But we shall see. Now out goes Neville Morgan. Interesting stuff. So Padilla, a striker, can also play attacking midfield. And we're not sure who's going to play that left side of the wingback position. Looks like Kraft is still on. So plenty of attackers in this lineup. No reason to hold on to a 3-0 lead when you could go for more. Moving it out to the left side. Padilla's already got it. We're going to see Corey Cupid, I think, move out to that left wing spot. He's on the ball now. Makes sense. That is his natural position, even though he's played central midfielder more recently. So Corey Cupid, your left wing back. Alexon Saravia is on the right side. Bertini, Sewell, and Langen still in central midfield. Betruni's in goal, of course. Jonas Buchti and Riley Kraft in midfield. Padilla joins them, kind of a 5-3-2 look now. And Gluvakcevic and Nzugusi still up top. Kraft working to win the ball back. Can't quite. As Gluvakcevic was there along the goal line, but could not play a ball back in. Goal kick for St. Croix, 3-0. And we can also let you know Asher Azuzu, one of the youth academy products on this team, only 17 years old from Eastview High School, hasn't even shown up to a college campus yet. He's in the match. He's got 1 goal and a yellow card from 3 matches this season. And on the ball in midfield, St. Croix looking to create something with a lot of substitutes off the bench at this point. There on Sewell, another error. Betruni couldn't use his hands, clashes, and a goal in incredible circumstances. It's an error at the back, but give all credit to another worldly strike. I believe that's Asher Azuzu, the substitute off the bench, gets goal number 2 on the year.
Well, I tell you what a way to get your first touch. Asher Azuzu, but a mix-up there in communication between Betruni and Sewell. It didn't allow. Betruni was coming. It's either going to take it. Sewell backed up. But what a finish that was by Asher Azuzu. Don't take any credit away from the finish. He absolutely just smashed this with his right foot off the crossbar and into the goal. We were talking about that earlier. The Menace didn't really want to concede a goal. That was a silly goal to concede with 12 minutes to go. But again, a lack of concentration at that particular moment.
Those are the concentration lapses that can make you worry a little bit when you get to playoff time. Plenty of teams out there in the Central Conference and beyond who could punish them. Here's Nzugusi. Burst of speed. Oh, he's offside. I personally might take issue with that. We'll see it again, I think, one more time on the replay. But for me, Nzugusi looked on. Fantastic run either way, and he would have been in right on goal. Here is that replay brought to you by the Royal Mile. Royal Mile is the best place to catch a soccer game in Des Moines.
Seal with the ball over the top.
Oh, and surely he's on.
He was onside there, that's for sure.
I mean, even when the camera cuts to him running at the ball after it's been passed, he's certainly onside.
He was most definitely onside with that. I mean, his run was 3 yards behind, but anyway, the whistle's been blown. And it's that free kick's been given for offside, but that just goes to show, I mean, Nzugusi likes the ball in behind. He is critically dangerous. So something to watch out for.
And we will see a free kick on the back line. Really couldn't tell you about half of the players in for St. Croix right now, trying to figure that out for you. But in the meantime, Menace are going forward again. And Zagusi, and that one is blocked. Out for a Menace throwing. 79th minute, it's 3-1 right now. Menace were up 3-0, but just conceded a bit of a silly one. Asher Azuzu, of course, will be perfectly happy taking credit for a beautiful goal off the top of the crossbar. And we'll see a free kick in the meantime for Menace.
Looks like Riley Kraft will get on the ball again with Padilla right next to him. But on our near side, yeah, Cupid is on the left-hand side in space. And again, another good change there with Neville Morgan going out and Cupid coming onto our near side, left-hand side in the wing-back position. Who's got a bit of pace, he could take on players, that's for sure.
Kraft set to take this set piece. Will he go for it himself? No, we'll play it to the right side. A glancing header, nothing there. Did it take a St. Croix touch? No, out for a goal kick.
It actually looked like it came off in Ngazuzi as the ball was played in by Kraft. Another difficult delivery to defend.
So Austin Williams to boot this one away. It goes high into the dusk sky here in West Des Moines. And no one truly able to claim it, but a hard-headed challenge from Corey Cupid will result in Asher Azuzu going down, and that'll be a free kick for the youth product. It's from Apple Valley, Minnesota, right there in the Minneapolis-St. Paul metro area. Plays for Eastview High School. That's a really renowned school for soccer and athletics in general in that area. And that right there with Cupid, yep, he just gets underneath the Zuzu a little bit, knocks him down. Textbook foul. In the meantime, St. Croix trying to make something happen with the ensuing free kick off your screen. He didn't miss much. That one goes wide of goal on an intended ball into the box.
From what I've seen of Asher Azuzi, I tell you what, he's a competitor from what I've seen. He scored a goal. He's not scared to put himself about there and challenge some of the big boys there at the back with Sewell. And he's already, with Cupid, he's already put in those challenges. And it just, that helps him with courage and confidence moving forward.
Sure will be a bit more prepared when he does go to college, assuming he does decide to play college soccer. When you've got this USL 2 experience, it's got to be something super helpful to have in your locker. Sewell will play it out wide. This is Connor Langen. Long ball, and surely this time Nzagusi's onside. He is. Referee keeps his flag down. Nzagusi, can he hold on to the ball? He's taken down. No call. And in the end, it's out for a corner.
Yeah, and Leroy, as you can see here, but watch this ball here. What a fantastic ball over the top. Leroy just getting inside his defender there, Nico Schiebo. Gets around him, just manages to get a touch. And then I believe that was Padilla coming in and forcing a corner. But that just goes to the grit determination of the Des Moines Menace, looking to score another goal.
We'll see if they can succeed in that task. Riley Kraft will take another corner. In it comes, out swinger, far post. Played back in for a moment. That was an acrobatic ball back in, but nothing doing from it. Still in the area for Menace. And they will wisely play it back and start things over. Connor Langen's got it. He's usually the guy who's all the way back, making sure that off of corners there's no counterattacks. That ball played wide to no success. And it'll be a St. Croix throw in the 83rd minute. Winning it back quickly, Padilla. Kraft, what an expertly timed move that is. Crosses it in, Nzagusi's there! Heads it into the sky, and it is out for another goal kick.
Some great skill on the far side there by Kraft. I mean, he's all over the place. He's on the left, he's on the right, central areas, taking free kicks and corners, but what a great piece of skill going past his defender, right-footed, outswing, and Ngazuzi with the challenge of Austin Williams. Just didn't quite get over it.
Left side, St. Croix looking to attack, trying to get forward. Oh, going down, trying to make a cutback move. That might have been Victor Golma out there. Somebody on that left-hand side. Sending it forward, trying to make a turn was Gluvakcevic. But he can't get that done, and In midfield, it'll be Colton Prater. He sends it long, couple players going that way. Offside is the verdict against Asher Azuzu. But Azuzu, again, he's got so much skill, he's got so much, just that mentality of getting forward, doesn't care. He'll go and get you a goal. He's already done so for St. Croix.
But how was his touch there with that flighted ball? Perfect delivery that was played in. But how was that touch he took going forward? Unfortunately, it was offside. This kid here, Azuzu, is a promising prospect moving forward. As long as he keeps developing, I think he's got something that he's going to be able to show the rest of the United States.
Leroy Nzegusi on the left side trying to show the United States why he should be in this Menace team. And that ball is intercepted. Going the other way. Prater will move it out left. And Otis Anderson will get another attack started for St. Croix. Long ball again. It's Route 1 stuff right now. Couple of bounces, and they allow Azuzu to get on the ball. Excellent interception that time. Great tackle. Standing straight up, Alfeo Bertini is able to get it. Padilla plays it back to midfield. Jonas Buchti touch back into pressure, but he'll play it right back out. Bertini forward, Buchti. This one finds Kraft in midfield. Kraft going forward. He's got space, moves it out right. And Nzegusi, can he finally get a shot on goal? That one's blocked again. They've had his number called all night long since he's come in off the bench.
And Gazuzi cutting in onto his left foot, but it was covered there. He should have probably tried to take on his first defender down inside. He's not favorable on his right foot, to be honest with you. He wanted it on his left foot. He should have taken it, but again, what a great combination in that build-up going forward.
Going forward the other direction, meanwhile, St. Croix. Moved out to the right side. This is Brian Brown. Crosses it in, and a diving header will negate that attacking chance for the visitors. Played out wide. That's a nice little job just to wait for Bertini to get into space on that left wing. Plays it forward. Guvakcevic loses the ball, but he's able to go back and recollect it. Plays it backwards. Buchti does not keep that in along the near touch line, and again a ball will find the VIP table harmlessly this time.
Thankfully.
Yeah, right. We'll see a throw in from Brian Brown up the right side of the pitch. And a ball into the box, headed away by Langen on the first time of asking. Corey Cupid gets it further up. Now a midfield battle for the ball. Getting there first is St. Croix. Ball sent forward. Azuzu has it go. Inventive effort, but not hitting the target. Joey Petruni dives to his left, but in the end will let it go for a goal kick.
Asher Azuzi, why not? Why not? You've scored a goal already, boosting with confidence. As you can see, this ball's played into his feet. Little dink in front of him on the swivel, just hits it with his right foot. Why not? He has a knack for goal, and that's a perfect eye for goal. He knew where the goal was. Perfect touch, just wide of the post.
Excellent header long, and Nzegusi was again in a great spot, but again, just a little touch from a St. Croix defender keeps him from a chance. One-on-one with the keeper, Austin Williams. This one sent long by St. Croix with no particular target in mind. Alfeo Bertini will check the run of Azuzu, and left side here's Corey Cupid for Menace.
Some very composed defending there by Bertini. Very composed, casual with Azuzu on his shoulder, just turns, plays the ball into Cupid.
Alexon Saravia plays it forward, and Nzegusi again there, but again headed away. Second time of asking, players in the area sent out wide, and Nzegusi again. Can he cross it in from here? Yes, right side. Has a go, and it's just over the bar. Created a chance for himself, and not far away.
Nice piece of skill there. Just did a little shimmy, shake, double kick, taking it past the defender. Again, he could have done better with that finish. It went blazing over the bar, but yeah, Padilla just laying the ball into that wide area there. So watch this piece of skill here. Just takes it past the defender. Is leaning back on the strike with his right foot, blazing over the bar. He could have taken another step.
Well, he might get another chance to take another step. He's got the ball on the right wing. That one goes out of play, and he cannot keep it in. Touched him last, St. Croix throw. 88 minutes gone now. 2 remaining, and of course, whatever we get for extra time. Despite the goal given up most recently about 10 minutes ago in the second half to Ashura Zuzu. It is still 3-1 for Menace, and the result does seem more or less comfortable. Just got a few more minutes to finish out. You'd like to end it on a kind of a fresh, sweet taste in your mouth, though, wouldn't you? To get that fourth goal and to feel like you've had the better of this game on both sides of it. And here's a chance to do just that. Nzegusi gives it away. Chance for, yeah, oh no! I thought it was. Just off target from Brian Padilla. I was just about ready to give a goal call, and it was just wide of the target. That's when you expect Padilla to finish.
Well, I'll tell you what, that was close because the overload was on the far side. Maybe it was just way too easy.
Another chance for Nzegusi, and that one does go in. Leroy Nzegusi's been made to wait a while, but he gets the goal he's been waiting on. Third goal in his third match.
And he just did a backward somersault there. I thought he was going to go forwards into the VIP tables. Decided to do it backwards. The Cedar Rapids native, Leroy Nzegusi. But what a strike that was with his right foot. He's had a few chances, some opportunities. This was a difficult one. As you have a look at this again, you were mentioning, Danny, earlier on about finishing on a high note. Ball laid, and he had to pick the ball up from behind him. Great technique, and just finished it with his right foot past Austin Williams' left hand outreaching top corner.
He makes it look so easy, that first time strike. That is not that simple. I've tried to do that on plenty of soccer pitches, and never once has it come across that way. Leroy Nzegusi makes that technique look simple. 4-1, and if it wasn't secure before, surely it is now. Menace up by 3 once more.
Well, you did mention finishing on a high note. Well, I think we got it, Danny, tonight, that's for sure.
And so many players getting involved, being a part of that quality. It hasn't been, just one or two players playing well. Really, the whole team all the way through has shown quality, has shown poise to be able to give that goal up and still find a way to get that fourth, again, to finish positively and to be able to be in a situation where you give up a goal, you concede, it's late on, you're tired, you still have that energy and that motivation to press on.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you have to, and just going back to simple situations is like when the Menace are going into the playoffs, they've got to be careful of giving away silly free kicks, lack of concentration, especially in their defending third, just giving away silly goals. They just need to be aware of that, but they most certainly can score goals.
We won't see much extra time, just 1 minute. Well, we're going to switch that to 2. So 1 minute more to play as we've hit 91 minutes. And just under 60 seconds more if we end on time. And we'll see a yellow card in the dying embers of this one. That'll go against, I believe they're going to get Dylan Olsen for that yellow card. It'll be against St. Croix for sure. And it is confirmation that Dylan Olsen picks up that yellow card. Sending this one forward. Chance to put the ball in. Saravia gets it in there, and it's cleared out just as quickly. Important header away. And 20 more seconds to play. Menace maybe with one more chance to go on and push for yet another goal. Why not? Saravia's looked good on this right side. I like him there, wing back. He'll throw one in. And that'll be out for a corner. We will most likely see Riley Kraft go and do the honors once more for what we assume will be the last time of the evening. And they might just go for a short corner here with Alexander Gluvakcevic. Let this clock run out. Riley Kraft just reminding Finn Dowling that he can't come out there. Gluvakcevic now gets things underway. That's a nice little turn, and that is all. 90 minutes are over. Des Moines Menace get a 4-1 win, not without a little bit of adversity, but in the end it felt comfortable all the way through. 4-1 the victory, a 3-goal margin, and Menace getting goals all over the place. 2 from Elliot Goldthorpe, he's substituted off. A couple more from all over the pitch. Leroy Nzegusi finishing things off with number 4. Comprehensive performance at the end of the day, Justin. Good stuff from Menace.
Yes, absolutely. I think great to get on the score sheet again. They thoroughly deserved this victory today, leading into their last match against Peoria. St. Croix came down here. They did put up a fight. Give them credit for the effort they put in. But the Menace were way too good technically and tactically for them at the end of the day.
Quick break, but do not go away. Post-game coverage, including highlights, coming up in just a moment on the home of Des Moines Menace, CISN.
With over 260 beers on tap, El Bait Shop isn't just another craft beer bar. It's the best. Beer lovers know El Bait Shop, 200 Southwest 2nd, Des Moines.
The largest selection of German beer in the world, you'll find it at the Hessen House. From Doppelbox to Oktoberfest to Hefeweizens and Dunkels, there's no passport needed for the deliciously different beer and food at the Hessen House. So grab your friends and make it a fun night out. The Hessen House, 4th and Court, Des Moines.
It takes a village to empower a young person to achieve their full potential. Yet today in America, 1 in 3 kids are growing up without a mentor. Together, we can change this. You can be that someone for a young person by becoming a mentor. Join the village. Big brothers, big sisters. Become a big today.
Back with you after a 4-1 victory for Des Moines Menace over their opponents, St. Croix FC. They get the triple. They win all 3 times against the boys from Stillwater this season, and that's obviously the best you can do in that scenario. And they've also done a fantastic job all across the division. One more game to play, but let's bring you back to how we got to here. 4-1 tonight over St. Croix. Justin, give us a look at especially that second half, how things turned out.
Well, it's much deserved 4-1 win. As you see Ngazuzi here just burying the ball into the top corner with some great skill there. I'm sure he's really, really excited by that after some of the chances that he had earlier on. Finishing up 4-1, the last goal of the game.
And let's see if we can get this right here. That's what we were after, the celebration. A deserving celebration for a fantastic goal.
Well, he is an athlete, and you know that's his trademark celebration, and fair play to him. Comes into the game and scores the 4th goal.
And that's what we were looking for. You gave up that, that goal that gives away the clean sheet to make it 3-1, and that goal from Ngazuzi just kind of makes things feel a little bit better as you go into your next match against Peoria City, which again, it's all building momentum for what's coming next, July 22nd, first round of the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, obviously 1 game to go. They've solidified the Deep North Conference. The playoffs coming up. They're going to, the Menace and the coaching staff with the gaffer Dean Johnson and Adam Kay and Roscoe, they're going to look to keep players healthy and rotate the squad possibly, but obviously want to get minutes and give minutes to players.
That's right. Speaking of players, let's go ahead and name a man of the match, shall we, Justin? Who do you have?
I have to give it to Elliot Goldthorpe. I mean, the 2 goals, but it's not just the 2 goals. It's his work rate off the ball, winning tackles, interceptions, leading up to goals was absolutely of a high standard.
That's your Musco Lighting man of the match, Elliot Goldthorpe, moving to striker from central midfield today. 2 goals for him in that new position. Well, folks, that's about all we've got for you. 4-1 victory again is the final score from West Des Moines at Valley Stadium. For Des Moines Menace, 4-1 victory over St. Croix, and that puts them in great position as they go into their last match day 1 week from now, July 16th. Tune in right here, CISN on YouTube, for our next contest. For everyone here, Justin Forster, my commentary partner, and everyone at CISN who makes these broadcasts possible, my name is Danny Catula, saying have a fantastic night, enjoy the rest of your evening, and be blessed.